From Mason's Edition, over the hill, Grandstown, Baintown, from everywhere they're coming. They're the people's choice, the Saxon Superstars.
Hello? Who's in the morning?
Who's?
Yeah, yo, George, we're finishing.
We know you're watching. We can feel you. We know that you are afraid. Afraid of us. You're afraid of change. You're afraid of what happens when the Bahamian people find out that you've lied to them. I'm going to hang up this phone, and we are going to tell them everything. We are going to tell them who they are and what you took from them. Change is not coming. Change is here.
There's a scene in The Matrix.
Fellow Bahamians, you have been lied to. You have been told that you are poor, that you have no wealth and no resources. You have been told that your natural resources are worth nothing. You've been told that even if you had natural resources that only the wealthy could afford to mine and process it. While you were struggling to survive, they were secretly shipping billions of tons of your natural resources out of the country. It's time to learn the truth. It's time to end this myth. There is a dangerous cohort called the oligarchs. They have been using your beloved politicians as puppets to do their bidding. To distract you with rallies, handouts and jobs while they ran off with your riches. So the question is, how do you get your resources out of the hands of the oligarchs and into the hands of the Bahamian people? It's easier than you think. Today, I have come as the bearer of good news. And that is that change is not coming, change is here.
There's a scene in The Matrix where Morpheus tells Neo, "You have to understand, most of these people are not ready to be unplugged, and many of them so inured, so hopelessly dependent on the system that they will fight to defend it." Saint Anthony the Great said it best. A time is coming when men will go mad, and when they see someone who is not mad, they will attack him saying, "You are mad, you are not like us." The powers that be, that rule and govern the world, the system, and set the narrative, have created the illusion of security to those who fall in line. It's a quiet enslavement, built by a prison of lies and deceit. What most folks fail to realize is that tyrants are like an all-consuming vortex. They will enslave, consume, and destroy everything they touch. Do you think they'll stop when you comply with their endless list of demands? Do you really think that their desire for power and control can truly be satisfied? Many think that the comfort of their home, family, and friends, education, career, financial security, and the imaginary bubble that they currently find solace in will keep them safe and keep the tyrants out. Think again. It's only a matter of time before the betrayal becomes apparent, and it'll show up right at your doorstep. You see, the enemy feeds on ignorance and fears, the ability to manipulate people's minds and emotion. The good news is they only have the power that you give them. Wake up. Freedom isn't free. Here's a fact. We are all going to pay a price for everything that we do and do not do. You don't get to choose whether or not you get to pay a price. I choose to live a free woman. You see, it is God who has endowed me with unalienable rights. Freedom is not a privilege given by the governing entity. Freedom is a right given by God to every human being. So if God gave me free will, then who are these mortal men that dare to enslave me? Not on my watch. In Joshua 24:15 it says, "Choose this day whom you will serve. But as for me and my household, we will serve the Lord." I choose to stand for truth, and I choose to stand for freedom. You see, though few in numbers, I believe that brave and courageous men and women abiding in the truth can change the course of history. Keep fighting the good fight. As Jesus said, light shines in darkness, and darkness cannot overcome it.
If your mind is locked up, you're not free. If your heart is locked up, you're not free. If your political party have you fighting for them, you're not free.
Good afternoon, Bahamas. Hey, and welcome, welcome, welcome. It's always a pleasure to have all of you with us. This is your Sunday. This is a special Sunday, of course. Every Sunday is a special Sunday, just like every day is a special day. We're going to have an interesting conversation today. You're going to learn some things that you never knew today. You're going to see some things that you may have never seen today. But we have to have this real conversation. Of course, you can see we're on the road and we're on the move today, and that's for a very special reason. And so, before we get to it, make sure you share this live. Make sure that everyone knows what's going on. So please share. Make sure that everyone knows what's going on. I'm just going to greet a few of you while we're at it. Before we get going, let me see who is here and who is ready for change. Let me see who is here and who is ready for change. Of course, this week we are going to deliver some letters to some members of parliament. We're going to deliver letters to the members of parliament, and the letters will contain the new bill, the amendment to our Immigration Act, to our Nationalities Act, Bahamas Nationality Act, so that we can save our country. We are being flooded, we are being invaded, and Bahamians are sitting down and not knowing exactly what is going on. And we don't know that we are in serious, serious trouble. We are in serious trouble, ladies and gentlemen. All right, you can point the camera up a little bit at my head. We are in serious trouble, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know if you understand the seriousness of this, but we gotta make this change. We have to, and that's why we're going to the House of Assembly, and we're on Wednesday, and we're going to deliver. These letters to those parliamentarians. So the question is, who's coming with me? All right. I'm willing to go and deliver those letters, but we need to go out there and let them know that we are serious. I'm going to show you something first, and then we're gonna get back to that. All right. Let me see who is here. Let me see who is here and where you are from. First of all, I see. All right. I see Melanie Thurston is here. Welcome, Melanie Thurston. It's always a pleasure to see you. Let me see who are you, and where you're from. Teran Smith is in South Beach. Welcome, Teran. Good evening. That's Stanley Bow says good evening. Kevin Turngrass is here. He says good afternoon. Polo Seymour, watching from the New Bahamas. Pinewood is in the house. That's Ann Green. Denise McCain is in the house, watching from Orlando. Thank you, Denise McClain. Thank you for watching from Orlando. Yvonne Lightburn is here. Rosina Maki is ready for change. Watching live for you from Nassau Village. That's Roy Ingram is in Nassau Village. Thank you, Roy Ingram. Rudine Thompson is watching. Corinne Maida is watching from Freeport. Thank you, Corinne. Greg Christie is watching from Houston, Texas. All right, how you doing down there in Texas? I know it's a hot desert down there, but it's always good to see you guys. Welcome from the home of the barbecue. Marva McKinney is watching, says she's ready for change. Marco City is in the house with Brenda Ferguson. Daphne McKenzie is watching all the way from Carmichael. Quince Monroe is also watching. Quince Monroe is also watching. Kim McIntosh is watching. Hello, my sister. How you doing? Um, Patrice Knowles is watching all the way from Hannah Road. That's Patrice Knowles. Uh, Michael Colley is in Carmichael. Thank you for watching. Donna Russell is in Freeport. Tracy Horn is the Adelies are in Dignity Gardens. Thank you for watching. Say Step Street. That is Lambert Cartwright is in Step Street watching. Ashley Gemini is watching. Ashley Gemini Gardner is also watching. Thank you for watching. It's so good to have you. So producer, if you could put the chat on the screen. I don't know. Oh my God, Bruce is in the studio. I don't know if they know how to do that. Just go to the live chat and then click the tab to turn it on the screen. All right. So thank you so much for that. I want to make sure I can see what everyone is saying. All right. I want to see what everyone is saying. All right. So Garden Hills, Lloyd Boleg is in Garden Hills. Robert, producer, make sure to get up so I can see everyone on YouTube and every other platform that we're on. Clarice Clinton is watching from Lincoln Green in Freeport. Thank you, Clarice Clinton. Nice neighborhood. Leticia Roll is watching from Mangrove Key Andres. Betty Adderley is watching, says, changing, come in. Her change is here from Chipping Arm. Mona Lisa Smith. Good day, how are you doing? And watching from Johnson Road. Jubilee Gardens and Tall Pines in the house. That's Cheryl Roll. Marva McKinney is in Eleuthera. Pedro Morris is watching from Elizabeth. What do you got? Wendell Lewis is in Freetown. Welcome to all of you. Bimini is in the house. That's Mel Vern Brown. Thank you for watching. Sophie and Burton, rocking with you, Mr. Bain. And Laura Lowe, thank you so much. Appreciate it. Coconut Grove. D'Amico Bain is in Coconut Grove. Shane Mitchell, hey, welcome. Shane is watching from Freeport. Mel Morrison is watching from Golden Gates. And Chanel Swain is also watching. Chanel Swain is watching. Cartel Cartwright is watching. Savannah, Georgia. Welcome, Savannah, Georgia. And Ina Knowles is watching for Saw. Thank you, Ina Knowles. Bamboo Town is in the house. Brunel Ferguson is watching Bamboo Town. Sabrina Moss is watching all the way. Oh, turn around. Yeah, but they got me speeding through this town. As we got here, Clark is watching from Canada. Kirk Evans is watching from Abaco. Thank Kirk Evans. Welcome. In Jones, say the world is watching. Kelda is watching over at Bahamas Air. Hey, Kelda, how you doing? Kelda Gibson. Thank you. At Bahamas Air. Sabrina Moss is watching from Fox Hill. Wow. Awesome. We got people all over this country. Ashley Gemini Gardner is watching from Abaco. Welcome, Ashley Gemini Gardner. And Bob Joey is watching from Eleuthera. There's a pull straight there. Pull right in front, right in front of the door. Right in front of the door. Yeah, pull right there. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, I was just amazed and flustered at the fact that our government made the decision to come and post on someone's house a letter saying that a Bahamian, that they were going to demolish them. They were going to demolish them in they were going to demolish them in 28 days. One house, just one house. All right, let me out. They're going to demolish them in one house. The house is built to code. I'm going to show you the house in a while. And of course, it's disgraceful. What I right, so yeah, we can say. And so I am here in the front of the detention center, and there's a reason that I am here in front of the detention center, because I want to show you how hypocritic this government is, how disgusting, evil, and vile this government is. All right, they were threatening Bahamians. Okay, after we saw all that the Prime Minister said as it relates to the Haitian immigrants, he said, once they build a house, you can't move them. That's what he said. I can show you that video later. I was going to let the producer show it now, but I can show you it later. All right, because the sun going down. He said, you cannot touch them. What are you saying? You know, we can move in a minute. He said that we cannot touch the Haitian immigrants once they build the house. All right. Now I am here at the detention center. Show them to the nice defense for our fella right there, who's doing his job, making sure we don't block the gate. We going right now. I'm here in front of the detention center, and the reason I stopped here in front of the detention center, because I want you to see how close we is to the hypocrisy of this government. The hypocrisy of this government. We are at the detention center now. All right. And so we're going to jump back in the vehicle, and I'm going to show you how, right outside the detention center, I want to show you what's going on. All right, let's get back in the vehicle. I can show you exactly what's going on. If you need to. So we can leave all of we should have sent the defense officer right out. He didn't know what to expect is now. And so we're gonna leave him right now. All right, someone say the sound is back. Make sure that they're on mute. All right. We're gonna leave and we're gonna drive right around to the next corner behind the detention, and we're gonna show you exactly what's happening very close to the detention setup. All right. So we have been okay. We back up now. Make sure we are. Okay. Like the sound is going back. What we could do right here. All right. So Brave Davis defended the Haitian immigrants, and he said you can't touch them. That's what Brave Davis said. You can't touch the Haitian immigrants. But Bahamians, they're attacking, viciously threatening and attacking the Bahamians. Show them down the road. I want them to see all these cars down the road. That's cars. That's cars. Show them down the road. I want them to see all these cars. That's cars. All kind of cars down the road. Right there. Slow down right there. Slow down right there. Slow down. Is it? Oh my God, look through there. That's right there. Yeah, drive right through there. Right through there. Well, they are saying, don't touch. Don't touch. This the fellow who was putting up the gate that time. Remember the fellow who was putting up the gate? Yeah, see him there? Oh, we gotta put him on camera. This is putting up the gate. By the Bahamian Crown Land, the Haitian fella. You could drive through. This the Haitian fella who's putting up the gate. By our Crown Land. This him walking through, going through the village. Man, this is jam packed. Yo, look how crowded that is. Yo, look at this. This is what you call a flea market. It's bigger than the last one. This is a flea market. Man, we get stuck for we drive through here. We get stuck. This is the flea market. We can be able to turn around. This is the flea market, y'all. Huh? See how they all park up on the side of the road. They got all this stuff going on. Yeah, that one just turned around. She see us coming with the camera. All right, she just turned around. Let me see. Hold on, let me come out. Hold on, y'all let me out. This how you doing? You okay? Yeah. Okay, good. Yeah, man, how you mean? What you want me to do? I need to do what? What I need to do? Stop what? This might. And this is what, while they are harassing the Bahamians and kicking Bahamians off land, it's okay. It's okay. How you doing? All right. Yeah, man. And this is what's happening while Bahamians getting harassed. How you doing, man? All right. Yeah, the people that this think everyone breaking off running. Yeah, they selling all the shoes. See them said bending down running. Look here. See they bending down, they gone. They gone.
This is Haitian, like stop them to make business. We buy those inside, buy them inside here. We don't buy them away. We buy them here.
Oh, you buy them in the Bahamas?
Yeah, in the Bahamas.
Okay.
So we sell them that they use clothes.
Yeah.
If we have used clothes, so I don't know why that's all that could be a problem.
Oh, you buy from Bahamians and then you resell it.
Exactly. We don't
Yeah.
buy them from away. We buy them from Bahamian. Okay, so we sell them.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, that ain't my problem. You think the government should be kicking Bahamians off Crown land, of our own Crown land, for letting the other people build on the Crown land?
Oh, no.
All right, I want to see. Come. Yeah, she good. She good. Huh? I thought you say you got business license. Let me see. Okay. Huh? Okay. So you think what's the problem?
Is the owner.
Mm-hmm.
The owner who rent because we lease the Haitian lease from the Bahamian.
Mm-hmm.
We don't just build.
Yeah.
We lease from them.
What Bahamian you lease from?
The people who lease.
Huh?
No, you think the Haitians just build without really lease from the Bahamian? The Bahamian lease them.
Which Bahamian? Name them.
Okay, it's in not living over there.
What's up? You good? All right.
Let me explain to you.
I
said please for quick snapshots. So in not live there exactly. So what the things do it? They haven't how everybody be here. They deal with the Bahamian man. Waste time. First one come in, next one come in, third one come in. Tell over and over. They get deal with the Bahamian people. Not they just come in to take over. to take over, to bail and house, to do this, to do that. Only there's an only empty. There's an empty piece already. So people find opportunity to be sell something over there. They buy it. They buy things from Bahamian shop. Sometimes when they put the yard sale, people some buy some second-hand clothes or second-hand shoes. They try to make it.
Pull over for him if he can't pass.
You understand me? They try to make it. They try to get some buy something. So I have one question to asking you. If someone have a business license, just like mobile business, okay, just like I have this mobile value, because I say pastor, right?
Right. He's a pastor.
I say pastor.
Okay.
That's my ministry. So not very big. You understand?
Okay.
Not very big.
So you got your papers ready.
Business license to open table.
Right.
Open table.
Right.
Like the village. I don't want to do nothing illegal.
Right.
You know? And the country.
Just say Milton Street though.
Milton Street. This is Apostle Livingston Lines, my spiritual father. So when you go to a government office, when you get form, they asking me if I have if I have big children in the Bahamas, they have Bahamian passport. If I will get business license, they ask me to put my children name first. Okay, because I don't have big children over there.
So your children is Bahamian, so you put the license in their name first.
No. I don't have children Bahamian children. You understand me? They asking me if I don't have big children, they have Bahamian passport. Any Bahamian I trust.
Because you can't get the license, you let a Bahamian you trust do it. No, but what you do is you always say Bahamian, but what you mean is Bahamian of Haitian descent.
No, I have
so
residency.
Hold on.
Residency.
You have residency. Yeah. So why you put the license in? Yeah, you have. Show me what you got.
So no, just like form told me if my children have Bahamian passport.
Yeah.
My children name supposed to be here.
Yeah.
My name supposed to be here. See my name.
Yes.
If I don't have any big children, they have Bahamian passport. So I suppose put any Bahamian I trust in front. My name supposed to be right there.
Okay, you put a Bahamian in the front, and then you put your name.
Just like flag. Just like flag.
Okay, that's how you do it. Okay.
So I show you. If I have this business license plus I have my residency. If I don't have any opportunity to open my table, I don't have to build something in the village.
Right.
I have to open table in the day.
Okay, certificate of permanent residence.
Yeah.
Oh, you just get that?
I got that long time, man. 2017.
That ain't a long time, man. You just get that.
Whatever.
You just get that.
Whatever.
Yeah.
So I will ask a new question. If I open my table, I have business license. If I open my table, if I do wrong, if I can't do that,
right? Because
my business license,
right?
If I have it to do for mobile business, I could ask any Bahamian to give me chance to open.
Just say you could sell beauty supplies and accessories on Milton Street. Just say Milton Street.
No, I live Milton Street. My apostle name live in Milton Street.
Oh, you put it in your pastor name, your apostle name. Yeah. Oh, so the pastor is helping this. Okay.
My journal office.
Oh, okay.
Things I do in the Bahamas, I put his name
to it because he's the pastor. Yeah. Okay.
Okay, that's all.
Yeah.
That's why I asking you if someone have business license, if they can open table to put something, to sell something in the village. You know, because I know when you are recording something and they want, probably you are looking for someone they don't have no business license for things they sell.
No, I want to know about the business license. I want to know how we building houses without permit. But really, because the Bahamians getting harassed, the government attack Bahamians when they build anything without permit, but the Haitians could build. Yes, the Bahamians can't build. The government threatening to break down their house. The government demolishing them, but the other people could build all they want, and you all build a whole vibrant community in the backyard. All right, see, look, you all got a whole community in the backyard.
Oh, you all
and
not,
this crown land.
okay, you all not looking for people they sell. You all
No,
looking for
no.
someone they build.
No, I mean, Bahamians, if we try to sell like this, we go to jail. We get locked up.
How you mean if they sell?
Yeah, you know, Bahamians try to sell like this on the side of the road, we go to jail. Bahamian? Yeah, man, they go to jail. Yeah, man, they go to jail. Yeah, man. They go to no?
Because
You didn't know that?
a lot of people do it.
Bahamian on the side of the road? On the side of the road? No, man. They treat Bahamians bad in our own country. You think Haitians should be able to build house and sell, but Bahamian can't build house and sell? Be honest. You think that's right?
No.
So why is the government doing that to Bahamians? That's what my problem is. You see, if they was easy on Bahamian, then we could be easy on other people. We can't have other people have rights in our country. You could imagine if I go to Haiti and I could build house, no permit, no nothing. I could sell and whenever I want, wherever I want, but the Haitians get locked up in jail. That's right. God don't like that, eh?
So, what can I ask you? Question I want asking you. So, if someone, okay, if some, you know, Haitian situation very hard. Someone are children, they can't, they don't have any job to pay bill. Haiti have all kinds of situation.
Yes, they do.
So that's why.
But Haiti situation ain't a problem though. You want to talk to me, eh? Come talk to me. I ain't gonna put you on. Come.
No. No, mom.
Come, let me talk to them. Hold that right there. Hold that. Oh, hey.
Mom.
Oh, you touched up.
I try to do it, but better. No.
Don't touch the button.
Yes, my beloved. Hello. Yeah, my beloved. Well, because you know why. Asian people, we have all kinds of situations. Situation very hard. You understand me? Someone don't have no job. You understand me? You understand me? What I'm saying? Someone don't have no job. Someone don't have no job. Someone don't have no job.
Okay.
Understand me?
I sell paper.
Someone don't have no job. Someone have many children.
Okay. That's it. That is
You understand me? Someone don't have someone have many children. Many children in the community. Sometimes they don't have no opportunity to get lunch money for children. That's why they try do some little transaction. So I know Bahamas don't let nobody do something illegal. Do you understand what I'm saying? Don't someone do something illegal. So if someone try to do something legal, that's the problem. If someone try to do something legal, not illegal, If someone try to do something legal, try to pay tax with government. They do wrong, eh? They do wrong or not?
They do it the right way, it should be no problem.
All right. Many one,
Okay? I come here to take care of my
many one. If someone try, they pay tax, they pay business license, they pay tax, they do something right. I don't think that be wrong.
As long as they come the right way and do it the right way,
All right.
you have no problem with that.
That's where law say. That's where law say.
Come the right way, come in, no sneaking, come do it the right way, get everything the right way.
Mm-hmm.
You have no problem with that.
All right, then. Okay, let me ask you some question. If, okay, I'm not Bill in the village, if I put my table, open my table, and the day, and after when I close on my table, I get my tax and my rent. I pay license, I pay tax. That's be wrong, eh? I do wrong.
Say that one more time. I was trying to understand you clearly, but I really didn't.
Admin?
Repeat it slowly for me, because I was trying to understand you,
Okay.
but I didn't catch that.
What can I say? If someone come in the village, that's a Haitian living there, they try sell with Haitian. They bring table, they bring van, they not build something to make sell it. Come open table in the morning and the evening time, you close the table, you could put your stuff in the van.
Oh, you mean just put out a table and put
Yeah.
some stuff on it and sell it?
Mhm.
Long as they legally get a license or permit to do it,
Mhm.
I don't see a problem with that. As
All right.
long also that they came into the Bahamas legally, not illegally.
Okay, just like me. Okay, I have this license. Okay.
Mhm.
You see, I have my residency.
Right.
Okay, I always come in the village with table. I'm not living. I don't live far away there. The station department, I always come within my table with my stuff, and sometimes 12 o'clock to 5 or 6. When I ready to go home, I go ready to. I don't. I pay tax, government. Right? I pay national insurance tax for national insurance. I do wrong thing. Say no.
I don't see where you did anything wrong.
Admin?
I don't see so.
No, let me come. Let me do.
But I have to stay right there. I can't go that
Just
far.
like I have table.
Right there.
I have tables. I
Yeah.
open table. And the day, you understand me? I am at the low shop and the village. You understand me? That's why I ask, and that's why I want firewood if I could continue to, since I pay tax, if I could continue to open my table or not.
Well, well, honestly, I'm not certain, but it seems like it seems like you're doing everything correctly because when you got a permit or a license to do so.
Mhm.
So I don't see where you done anything wrong.
No, what I'm selling, I sell. I have things in your bank. It just send my business fund, business. Okay, my business name mobile value. The mobile value is in the board, in the national insurance board. You know, I have this license for that.
Right.
I have license for that for mobile value.
Okay.
Understand me?
Yeah, all the license.
Hmm?
You look straight. You look straight. You got a business license.
Let me finish talk to you. I told you.
So I think you
Hold on, hold on.
Okay. Okay, that question I need to do that.
Tom. Now you gonna go on, Tom. All right, go ahead.
No, I know what it is.
So, okay, my question is, can you repeat the same thing you were saying?
Yeah, he asked me about what happens. I told them that the problem with the shanty towns is that the Haitians shouldn't be living in shanty towns. When they go to Miami, they live in houses and apartments. When they go to New York, to Quebec, and wherever they go, they live in houses and apartments. They don't live like this. All right? A child is next to her, a 14-year-old child. The child needs electricity. Child needs internet for school. The child needs to be living a certain way. Because of these same greedy politicians who bring Haitians here to have them as slaves and living in houses with no electricity and living like this, that is the problem. And they use them every election to do what they are doing to them. All right? I told them, you need to come here the right way. All right? You come here legally on a work permit. Legally. All right? That we want a new Bahamas where we will come here legally. You have a job, and your job has to make sure you live in an apartment, you live in a house, and you live the right way. All right? Not living the way they are living.
Okay, my question
All right?
is to
and he asked me, all right, if you break down all the shanty towns, where do you put the people who, when he talk about the children who living in the shanty towns?
they won't already
And so,
have.
They mean the ones who
you're
are
talking about illegal. Okay, what about we already have some
no,
work
no, no,
permit?
no, no. If you're legal, you go home. If you're illegal, you go home.
Okay, what about the children? The children who born there in the Bahamas. That's the problem.
Listen, if you are illegal, you go home. You come the right way.
Okay,
All
what
right?
about the people
You're-
who legal? That's the problem with the children.
Hold on, the people who are legal, you have facilities for them to live in. All right? If you come Haitians in Abaco, they work. They work on the key. All right? They work for the rich man. Why the rich man don't have housing for them to live in? When they built in Exuma, they built the Four Seasons. They brought the Bahamians from Nassau to go to Exuma to help build the hotel. They built housing for the Bahamians who was living there. They built housing for them.
Okay, you
understand?
think that
So
problem
you have
is
to live
Haitians' problem or
properly.
the government
It is
problem?
both problems, because if you come here illegally, you know
We're not talking about
this is
illegal.
the problem.
We're
Hold on,
talking
hold on.
about legal. The people
Now,
who legal.
I just
I
want
know
to get
illegally
this.
you have to go home. I have to go. They have to go. I know that.
If you come here illegally, you know you're illegal, and you have a child, you know you are putting your child at a disadvantage. You are doing an injustice to your child. You are doing that.
Okay,
you know your see, if your child is born in Haiti, many of you live better than this. I know Haiti. I ain't telling you what I don't know. I know Haiti.
But you know the problem is that with the situation in Haiti right now.
But you always doing it before the situation. This was but 6 years. There are people who live better in Haiti. They tell you come here for a good life, a good dream. And when you come here, you living in shanty town. People in Haiti live in apartments. You ever been to Delmar? You ever been to Sexulet? Jacmel?
No, I live in Port-au-Prince. I from Port-au-Prince.
You from Port-au-Prince?
Exactly. I don't live here. I just talking about.
You don't know Delmar? You from Port-au-Prince? You don't know Delmar?
I know everywhere. What are you talking about Haiti? You're talking about Haiti.
You know Delmar?
That's my country.
Delmar is
my city. Okay. So
people live.
I don't tell you I don't know. What do you mean I don't know?
People live in neighborhoods. People in Haiti living better than this.
I know some, but not everybody.
Now they sell you a dream, and then you come here illegally. And when you come here illegally and you have children, you put your child at a disadvantage. All right? This is what we're trying to change. Okay, we're trying to have a Bahamas that the Bahamians own. We own them. This is ours. And that's why I come to any Haitian village, because this is my land. This crown land. This is my land.
Yeah, I know.
All right?
I know.
It's mine.
We Bahamas. Bahamas is
all this we look at is mine.
You know the children who born here. The children who born here too. They born here. They born in Bahamas, right?
Listen. If my child born in Haiti, my child is not automatically a Haitian.
But he born over there.
But he still cannot.
He have his certificate, like birth certificate that he born in Haiti.
If my child, me and a Bahamian woman have a child in Haiti, that child is not automatically a Haitian. That's the Constitution.
That's different the law. That's different the law.
No, that's the Constitution of 2012. All right. So I can't just say I have rights. Guess what? Me as a Bahamian right now, I lived in Haiti for 2 years. I cannot go to Haiti and own a piece of property. I'm a foreigner. I can't own a piece of property.
I tell you that before. They don't own it. They lease it. They lease it from the Bahamians.
Leasing it from Bahamians.
Exactly.
No. Name the Bahamian.
I'm not going to name. I say I don't live here. I don't live here.
You can't speak with us.
Yeah, I don't live here.
What y'all do? You have children who become Bahamians. That Bahamian gets crown lands, and then they allow persons of Haitian descent to live on crown lands. All right. Then they say, "Oh, Bahamians own this." We don't on to that trick. We know that trick. All right. We know that trick. I ain't gonna work on us no more.
But if you find out,
all right,
you have to find out who's the owner.
Listen, you got the map with all the owner of every crown land.
Okay, so why Asian don't just come to here? That's what I try to say too.
You let Bahamians of Haitian descent, not all. There's some Bahamians who actually do it too, and they are wrong. They're wrong to do it because they're harboring, if they're harboring illegal. All right, but we want a better country for us, so we can have somewhere for you to come. Now you know the problem in Haiti, right? That's the last thing I can say to you, right? Haiti is bad right now, you know, right? Right? I left Haiti because they started protests. That's years ago. And they started killing people in the streets. They burn people. You know, they do all kind of bad things.
Just
right?
that's
you know
that
the
happening
bad
right
things
now.
Happening right now, right? You want that in the Bahamas?
I don't think so.
You don't want that here, right?
No, I don't want it here. That's
You've been in Bahamas 15 years. You see what happened in Haiti? You see it? Do you want that to happen in Nassau? You want what's happening in Haiti to happen here?
No.
No.
No, because we have children here, and we
to protect that. We have to protect this, right? We can't let, if those gangsters from Haiti, think about this, there's gangs, barbecue, you know the gangs, all right? If those gangsters, what's stopping them from jumping on the boat or jumping on the plane and coming here, getting set up, and then doing their badness here?
You ask the question, who's stopping them?
Nothing stopping them, right?
No. You are.
So let me tell you what. Let me tell you what we got to do. I am a Bahamian, and I gotta protect this.
Not
Bahamian.
Not like you said doing it.
You have to protect this for her. All right, because what happened in there? You see what's happening in Turks and Caicos? Huh? You want that happen here? They killing.
No, we don't like that. We don't like that. We don't want that happening in the Bahamas. Okay.
A lot of it is because in Nassau, because of a lot of it, not all of it, because of Haitian gangs. You know that. You know some of the bad boys. I didn't say all. I didn't say all. Right?
Because I know some Bahamian using the Asian people to do things.
You know why some of that happens?
Asian doing it.
You know why some of that happens? You know why some of that happens? Because when you come to the Bahamas, you come here illegally, you have your child. Your child don't have no ID. They don't have driver's license. They hard to get jobs. They hard to get in the system, so they have to go to a life of crime. All right? Some of them do bad things that they shouldn't do because they feel outside of society.
Okay,
all right?
Let me tell something.
And so they are not doing bad things.
Happening to the Bahamas. It's not Asian. It's not the real Asian. It's not the real Asians.
I know about the
I can say that. It's not the real Asians.
I always say to people.
I can say the Asians were born in the Bahamas. Not the Asians. The Asians who come from the Bahamas, they're bad.
So you're saying that
you know
all the
Bahamians not Asian. It's not bad. They try to live. They come in the Bahamas to work, and you know that. We build the Bahamas. We work everywhere.
Let me help you. The Haitians from northern Haiti, a lot of them are peaceful people. They like our family island people. They peaceful. They know they love them.
Yes.
All right, that's from northern, up north, up Port-au-Pay, Cape. All right, Latoni. And so that's peaceful people. We had them for a long time. Because of the trouble in Haiti right now, a lot of the Port-au-Prince, Port-au-Prince, a lot of the
I come from there.
A lot of the bad people from Port-au-Prince. Right, there's good people from Haiti too. But a lot of the bad people are coming here. All right? Now,
I can't say no about it.
I know you can.
Because I don't know. I don't know
straight.
No.
And so
you have to say what you know.
Hold on. And so when the bad people start coming, we got a problem. So let me tell you what. We got to close the door. If he's coming in your house, you lock your door, right?
Exactly.
Right now, if you lock the door, but at least you say you can break the window. No, but you gotta at least try to stop them. You can't just do nothing. The politicians.
She's right about that, you know.
Yeah,
Even you try to stop them, you know, Bahamians, or maybe the government try to stop them. But they're working their windows.
Stop them. That's a
Because
problem.
they pass everywhere.
Okay. The government ain't doing that.
Stop, because
Everyone can buy visa, everyone can buy residency, everything for sale right now. I know. You ain't telling me what I don't know.
I don't know. Okay, you know, you say you know, I don't know.
You know straight.
I don't know.
But let me tell you something.
You always say I know. You always say I know, and I don't know.
Let me tell you something. This is my Bahamas, and I got there's hundreds of people around here. I gotta protect this. All right? And Bahamians have to protect this. And so we have to stand up.
Okay, so only things I say. That's why I asked to talk.
You agree? We gotta protect this, right?
Okay, but only things I said. I'm agree about that. But you have to think first about all the children who born in the Bahamas now do have no place to go to live. That's the problem.
No place to go to live?
To live, because if you say they can't live here, so where are they going to live?
Who caused that problem?
The problem will the people who release the people to build.
No. The person who came here illegally and had the child caused the problem. That's who caused the problem. All right? If I go to America and my child is not just gonna be living like an outsider, I'm not gonna go there illegally and have my child. I'm gonna go there legally and have my child. You can't blame anyone else. You can't blame the Bahamian who leads you land.
I don't blame them. I don't blame them because you talk about it and I say we list. I don't remember, but they do good things for us because they let us the dollars bill. You understand? So I don't blame them. I said so we list from them. We don't just build, we list from them. That's what made the government happen.
You all right? You can see what we talking about it. Yeah? I'm curious. You're curious, eh? No, we talking about how Bahamians get treated bad in this country. The government attacking Bahamians, are threatening to break down their house on Crown land, but other people have right to do whatever they want. And for me, that's the problem. All right? When you attacking Bahamians, like Philip Brave Davis is doing, all right? That's a problem for me.
Okay,
when you are threatening, all right, hey, thank you.
Yeah, thank you. I'm glad to talk to you.
Reasonable. And you was honest. Except you was lying, but you know straight. I have a problem when they breaking down or threatening to break down the homes of Bahamians. But Haitians can build as much house as they want. Nobody stopped them. So if you ain't gonna stop the Haitians, why are you putting a letter on Bahamian houses on their own crown land that they applied for? That's my problem. No, I wasn't asking no one that. Yeah, we know. But we just want the government to see that we know what they're doing. We know they corrupt. We know the corruption. Because if you're gonna threaten, hey, yeah, no. I can't stop. I got a country to save. I got a country to save. You need to stop drinking. Lincoln Bean. All right? I need to stop. I ain't never stopping. This is my country. This is my country. You hear me?
Sorry.
This is my country. Coming here, taking this over. We gotta go though. Good to see you all. All right? Yeah. Yeah, that's good.
I'm going to answer that I automatically because I have to apply for it. I want to ask that even though I like some of the thing that I am Princess Margaret. So I got a Princess Hall, Margaret still, and that means that sometimes that means that if I take their word, how come I don't have the privileges they have?
The law is you better get lost. The law is you apply when you become 18. All right? That's what the law is right now. You just apply. Now, let me tell you what I'm a Bahamian. If me and another Bahamian woman have a child in Haiti, that child is not automatically Haitian. They can't even apply at 18. All right? They can't. So it ain't fair on both sides. Haitians can come here and get established. I can't go to Haiti and buy a piece of property. I can't. No, no, a foreigner cannot buy. I lived in Haiti for 2 years. All right, I ain't talking what I don't know. All right. A foreigner cannot buy land in Haiti. All right. Now, a foreign company can. A foreign company, incorporated company, can buy land. All right. All right. Anybody cannot buy land in Haiti. Even Bill Clinton talked about that. They had problems when they were trying to build houses in Haiti because they couldn't build it first and then turn it over.
Hey, my beloved, my beloved.
What do you say? In Haiti, they. Oh yeah, okay. Yes.
Don't say that.
Yeah.
For whatever investment.
Door is open for investment, but a foreigner, a foreign person. I'm not guessing. I'm telling you what I know and what I attempted. A foreign person cannot own property. Now, if I marry a Haitian woman, I have certain rights to own a certain limited amount of property to live on. All right? All right? But it's so complicated to get it. You know how it go in Haiti. It's almost impossible. A foreign business can own. So my thing is, the laws ain't fair. All right? The laws ain't fair. I can't go to Haiti and become president. Oh, I can't go to Haiti and become president or prime minister.
Every country.
That is not true. That's not the case in the Bahamas. And we can fix all that.
Let me tell you something. Only communist country
you don't know the laws in your own country. All right? Go on my live and you will see. I'll show you the laws. But I gotta go. I gotta go. All right?
What can I say?
I say, man, I only come to show the Bahamas. Y'all thinking now you only want me go? Where the pit leaves and grill? Where?
My beloved, let me finish say what I say.
Say it.
Don't leave open in Haiti for
investment.
Everybody. Go legally. You do something legal.
Yes.
If you say investment, you have to don't leave open.
What happens if I go to Haiti illegally?
No, illegally that's a bit different.
I go to jail. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. Yes, they do.
Haiti? Okay.
You been Haiti?
Yeah, see Haiti? Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something.
And you believe that you went to the airport?
I've been to Haiti, all over Haiti. I live in the U.S. I'm a Bahamian. I live in the U.S. I go to Haiti all the time, and Haiti is open to everybody.
Oh, yes.
Okay,
you cannot go. We're not saying that Haiti isn't open. You go there legally. If I go to Haiti illegally, of course, you can't get to the airport illegally. Yes, they do.
Let me tell you something. From the beginning, you found different country. You go to Haiti. On a country, sleep in the ground, they give bed to foreigner.
I asked your friend this question, and I got you this. I got you this, Miss American.
I'm a Bahamian like you.
Okay, Bahamian with the American accent. Oh yeah. Yeah, Bahamian with the American accent. All right.
I can prove
let me ask you this. You see what's in Haiti right now, right?
Oh yeah.
It's really bad. You can't even go outside.
No.
All right. And the news isn't even showing you how bad it is. Yeah, the last days. You see how bad Haiti is.
Yeah, this is the last day.
All right.
This is the last day.
And there's do you want the Bahamas to become like that?
It will never be like that.
No.
It will never be like that because
one prophesy like that. No one praying for that.
No. You talking about Bible. I talking about reality.
That's where I know.
I know the Bible just as good as you, but I talking about reality. All right. You talk about Bible. I talking about reality. There's a lot of people leaving Haiti. Good people and bad people. My problem is every country have good and bad. But listen, my bad children is my problem. I don't have to deal with your bad children.
Of course.
All right? My bad children in my house, that's my problem. Yeah, I got to deal with them. But when your bad children is coming here, I need to close the door. I need to tell your bad children. I need to tell your bad children no. All right? I don't want happening there. We here. You see what's happening in Turks and Caicos? Sorry, I shouldn't point at you. You see what's happening in Turks and Caicos? Bad. The Haitian and Jamaican gang now fighting. We had to send police there. All right? You would never think that would happen in Turks and Caicos. That's like a family island. That's sweet family island. Now people getting killed, shoot down in the streets. Tourists getting killed. All right? I got to protect this. Go ahead. Last question.
What is that? All those things that's going on in Haiti, what does that got to do with?
We are being overrun in the Bahamas by illegal immigrants. If you come here legally, I've done my investigations. All right? This is, all right? Some of them have admitted. I've done my investigation. I don't talk without doing investigation. Everyone who knows me knows. All right? There are persons, there are, look so, there are in Andres, hold on, in Andres, Haitians are overrunning us. They are farming in Andres on our land, on our crown land. All right? And in Eleuthera, they are doing the same thing. Bahamians can do it or not do it. That's their land. If I have my yard, I could farm in my yard, or I could leave. No, but that, if you have, no, I ain't putting it on you. If I have my property, my yard, with my house, and I don't want to plant trees in my property, that's my right. That don't mean someone else could come on my property. That's the wrong mentality, miss. You can't come on my property and start growing and farming illegally. You have no license to farm. You have no right to do that. But that's my property. You cannot go on someone else's property and do that. They have right over there on off of this way, Carmichael Road. There's a woman there, Miss anyway, I call her name. She have property. All right, 5 acres. The Haitian men went there and threatened her, curse her out, tell her they can kick her ass, all this stuff, and kick her off her own land. When that starts to happen, that's a problem. That's when you declare war. You think God like that? They just come and build house and they start farming and all that on her property. She tell them no, the government send letter and they still build on her house. That's when we have a problem. All right? I can't stop it? What do you mean me? You mean the Bahamian people ain't enough for us? Me?
Why are you going around doing this? What's the purpose?
You will be one man.
Why is the purpose to do
one?
Doing that?
She asked me, so listen.
Yeah, I listen.
Because if me one, hold on, hush up. If me one gotta save my country, you hear me? You ask me a question. If me one gotta save my country, then you should be fighting to save it too. You can't have fellas going on a Haitian immigrants going on an old woman land, kicking her off, building a house, break down her house. That ain't right. So I can break down their house. All right? I can break down their house. You ain't gotta worry about that. But I gotta stand up. You don't know what I'm doing now.
What to do now? Is why or wrong?
No. For my country, I'm making sure the Bahamian. No, I ain't gonna be offended by him. I know he drinking.
No, you know what I mean? You know what I mean?
Listen, no.
Okay.
All right.
I the one you run of that job there on Bacardi Road.
I run you up a job on Bacardi Road?
Capio.
How I run you? When you was building Capio and Larry House? Oh, that's the man who's building Capio and Larry House. Say I run him. You want video? I never run you, boss. We going to show them. You need to get out of my country. That's what you need to do. You need to get out of my country.
When you were living,
yeah.
Put your camera.
No, ain't going to
pay for it. I'll make sure I watch. Don't put me on camera.
I gotta go.
Why are you telling people to get out of your country?
I tell him. I didn't say that to you, right?
That's not the right way.
I didn't say that to you, right?
Change. Okay.
I didn't say that to you. That's not racism.
Change.
That's not racism. I am telling you what our problem. You didn't hear that man cursing me out, and you didn't hear the words he said to me. You didn't hear him touching me. You didn't see him assaulting me. You saw him assaulting me. So don't. This ain't on you.
Tell him not to touch you.
Yes. So don't tell me what I must do. I have to defend my country, and I am angry because of what people are doing illegally in my country. Yeah, we'll stand up for what's right.
If you having discussion with somebody and it's getting heated and you touch that person, it can go to another level. That's why.
Yeah. So you told him not to touch me.
But English don't touch you.
Yeah. So I have no problem with that. But that's when you start coming in my country and getting biggity. That's when we have a problem. And so I was talking specifically, specifically about certain things that's happening. My issue is You can't break down or threaten to break down the Bahamians' house when Haitians are building and building and building. And we've been good. We've been good to Haitians over these years. Haitians come in our country. You have free education. Pastor, you's a pastor. Listen to me. You have free education. You have free health care. We let you live here. The Haitian man go in all our neighborhoods with their, and we don't bother them. We don't touch them. We don't tell them get out our neighborhood. We let them do our yard. They make millions of dollars from us. We treat Haitian people good. Now it's getting to the point where a lot is flooding because of the situation, and we got to close the door at some point.
Sir, let me say something.
Close the door.
Hold on, Pastor, let me make one point. Listen. You saying Haitian are billing. They putting money in the country because every time everything is expensive to build a house.
I want
if they
legal
to build a house, that's money going into the country.
See, you talking this entitlement thing. Come here legally and build your house. All right, come here legally. If you come here legally, we have no problem. No problem. No problem. But if you come illegally,
you know, a sheet of plywood is like what, 60 something dollars.
Listen, come legally. You know why you need to come legally? Imagine all the people that's flooding here now from Haiti. Listen, no, not you. Imagine the people coming here legally. We need bigger hospitals. We need more schools. But if we can't know how much people here, how do we know how much schools to build? How much hospital to build? We're running out of license plate. We're running out of NID cards because people are coming illegally.
They go to Canada, they go to US, they go to London, they go everywhere. Why you guys always make it like only people come into Bahamas?
When,
like you guys don't go
let me help you. 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 The US has different laws than the Bahamas.
I know that.
No Bahamian is gonna jump on no boat and go legally and land in the US. They will hold on. They will get their passport, their birth, their their police record and their visa, and they will land there, and then they will apply to stay. And once they have applied, whoever does illegal is wrong. All right? I'm not defending any wrong, but the majority, 99% of Bahamians go there legally, all right, which is legal. And then when they decide to stay, they apply to stay. All right? That's what they do. You said there's a fight I never go win? There's a fight I go win. Y'all think y'all can take our country over. All right? See the fella telling her he or she right. Yeah. Y'all think y'all can take over our country. Y'all ain't taking this over my dead body. If I have to fight myself. Good people are welcome here. If you come legally, you are welcome here. But when you come and you are kicking an old lady off her property, there's another old lady right on Cowpen Road. They take her land. You know, mom. So you being honest. You know Haitians doing some bad things. There's good Haitians and there's bad Haitians. There's good Bahamian and bad Bahamian. All right? The bad Bahamian is my problem. I don't have a problem with that. I deal with them. But I don't have to deal with someone who come in and abusing my people. And I can stand up for my people.
My beloved.
Yes.
You say something white, probably 10 minutes. You say you all Christian Asian people white. That's true.
Yes. We have treated Haitian people good.
If you thank God, you all do that. You know how you all get blessing because you all treat Asian people good. White. That's why God bless us. You know, that's why God bless us. Thank God you, because Bahamas is a small country. Because you all do white things with foreign, that's why God bless us. Okay? Keep do white things with people. You understand me? God like that.
I gotta go.
God
right.
like that. Okay.
All right.
I don't wish you.
See you later. Okay. I gotta go. Oh Lord, again. Oh, okay. 803-5995.
My beloved.
Yeah, 803-5995. That's my number.
My beloved.
Yeah.
You know, you text in. I said nothing wrong, you know.
No, you didn't.
Okay, that's why
But
I said
listen.
you will get blessing because you treat foreigner good.
Yes, But some foreigner don't appreciate that. You hear what that woman saying? She's saying, I can't win this battle. Y'all gonna take over our country. All right? No one can take over my country. No one. If y'all think Brave Davis could sell right there. All right, see you. If y'all think we can let Brave Davis sell out this country, y'all got another thing coming, huh? Lincoln Bean. Lincoln. All right? That attitude, what that woman have, that American Haitian, that's what I got a problem with. 803-5995.
Try to make the government change the school goals.
803 5
Come right there. 5995.
95. What is his name?
Lincoln Bean.
Lincoln.
Lincoln. Tell your mommy call me. I gotta go. I gotta get in the studio.
Let me just ask you one question. I made it like I go JJ. I trying to make my parents proud. I trying to aim for excellence, right?
Telephone number.
So I go JH. And I joined like the other day they had a whole prefect thing, and I was like, oh my god, it looks so nice, and their parents might be proud. So I say I didn't try aim to be a prefect too. And the other day I repeated it in my homeroom, and the children tell me that they honest people in the school, right? And they say that Haitians can't be prefects.
They answer that. All right. They answer that. All right.
What's your name, please?
Lincoln.
Abraham Lincoln.
Abraham Lincoln.
All right. I gotta go. All right. See y'all later. All right. There you go. So, ladies and gentlemen, we had an interesting exchange in the Haitian villages now. We're headed to the studio to show you all some stuff, some documents, paperwork, and all that. The team is in the studio, but they're not gonna know what to pull up. You know, my thing is, and my problem is the attitude of some of them. You heard that woman was trying to play innocent, the one who I guess back and forth from America. It sounds like she's a deportee, like she got deported before, because that's how a lot of them speak. Like she lived in America and then came here to the Bahamas. Told them she's from the Bahamas. There's a lot of them. So her attitude in the end of that conversation was, I ain't gonna never win this fight. Her attitude was, I ain't gonna never win this fight. All right? Because I too small. In other words, it's more of them than it is of us. And that's where their attitude is. Her attitude as she walking off is to say that they can take this over. I wanted Bahamians to actually see that. I wanted Bahamians to witness that. We can show you something else while we're on the way to the studio. Stay tuned. Stay tuned. Don't go nowhere. We can show you something else. So I wanted, and as we go, look, we are crowded. People coming in. Look, crowded. A lot of them park out when they see us come out because they see me, they break off running. All right? Every time that Philip Brave Davis touches our Bahamians, we coming for his people. We can show the Bahamian public exactly what's going on around here. How in the world?
You're going to demolish shanty towns. You have to have an alternative for those persons who are living in the shanty towns.
Davis made the comments to media earlier today as the deadline looms for residents of shantytown structures in the farm shantytown on Abaco Government demolished 45 unfinished and unoccupied structures in mid-April and says tractors will return to demolish inhabited structures.
Until you are in a position to address the consequence of making persons homeless by destroying their homes, then you should move with caution in the manner in which you deal with that, because you're creating a larger problem.
Government says the move is necessary to prevent the proliferation of unregulated communities that it says pose a risk to wider society. But officials from the United Nations have urged government to halt its plans to demolish the shantytown homes, describing it as a serious violation of the human right to adequate housing. Davis says while he understands the challenges with shantytowns, he thinks there are other obligations to consider.
There's also a response to protecting those what I call irregular migrants who are exposing themselves to unsanitary, unhealthy conditions.
Government shantytown demolition policy is the subject of a judicial review and constitutional action that is before the courts now. Davis says with the issue before the courts, government should be guided by that.
I believe in the rule of law, and the rule of law suggests that if a matter is under consideration by the courts, allow the courts to do their work, and once they would finish, then the executives could move in and do what they think they ought to do in accordance with the ruling of the court.
Reporting for Our News, I'm Jared Higgs.
Ladies and gentlemen, we just passed where they sell all the. We just passed the other flea market because we won't get back to the office, and we just parked where they sell all the stuff on the side of the road right there. All the coal and everything else. So no one bothers them. And the purpose for this exercise, ladies and gentlemen, the purpose for this exercise is to show Bahamians what's going on. Y'all never saw that flea market. Y'all saw the other one we showed y'all before. This is a different one, and it has expanded. And then there's another indoor flea market by the Bonefish Pond, which is crunk right now. Right now, if we go there, that place is loaded. It is loaded. And they're having chicken fights and everything right now. But this evil Philip Brave Davis government will go and put a letter on a Bahamian's house, a Bahamian family, honest, decent, Bahamian, hard-working family. With a decent house built to code, we can show you the house. You know, shanty situation, built, got septic tank. All right? Built septic tank with no leakage into the environment. Got water, pumps, proper water facilities, a proper house. Bahamians who on their crown land and farming, and you can see where they farm it. And Philip Brave Davis sent them to harass us. I don't know if they understand how angry Bahamians are because of how we get treated in this country. Some people say, oh, Lincoln, you and Maria, y'all are so aggressive. Listen, man, this is the only country we have. And some of those Haitians you saw just now, who was honest, they know the situation in Port-au-Prince. And they know we can't let that happen here. We are being flooded. You heard a woman said, she admit they be being flooded in Andres. They farming on our land. It's wrong. You hear what that wicked American one said? Well, the American Haitian one, well, Haitian who been to America. So she said, oh, well, if you ain't farming on the land, then the Haitian should take it. That's the mindset. They just take. While the Bahamians sitting around and being told to do it the right way, while all of our land is gone. That was crown land we was on just now. And they come, when we start, they come with the lie, the story. Oh, baby, lease from Bahamians. No. You don't lease from Bahamians. Notice they couldn't refute me. We on to the trick. They lease from Haitians, Bahamians of Haitian descent. The Haitian will come here, have children. You notice that's the first thing you always run to. What about the children? What about the children? You had your child here illegally. They would come here, have the children. The child becomes 18, applies, becomes a Bahamian, and they apply for the crown land. And unlike you, they get it. And then they start to bring all their people and they turn it into a business. They started renting to their people. And they don't even have to, like you have to go build a proper house with built to code and built properly with electricity and plumbing and everything. Not them. They'll rent them the land. You won't be here. You pay me $1,200 a year. Free money. You build your own shack right here. And for that space that your shack is on, you pay me $1,200 a year. That's what they do. I'm not saying no Bahamians participate in that. Some actual Bahamians do it too. But that's my problem. That's my Bahamian using their land. They doing wrong with it. They wrong too. But you can't come here as a Haitian and do that. The Haitian will come here, get residency, then get their citizenship, and then they get crown land, and then they rent their people, and we getting flooded out. Bahamas, we are in a crisis. Don't mind the sham operation that they did. Thousands of them going in Abaco right now. All Abaconians can see it. Abaconians outnumber 20-1. And they lock up 13 people. 13? 20-1. Everywhere you go in Abaco, that's all you could see. But what they did was they stalled for a year while they were selling papers, selling work permits. That's what the crooked government was doing. They were selling the papers, stalling for a year, telling some of them in there, you better get it because, you know, something can happen. Get your papers, buy your papers, pay your money. They stalled for a year. And then guess what they did? They only went to the farm. There's several other shanty towns there. You notice they went to the farm, that particular one, where I remember the last time I was there, the man was saying how they would come and make them pay for papers and all that kind of stuff. The man admitted that on my live. That the immigration would come there all the time and then officials would come there and they would harass them, especially around election time and especially when coming around time to Christmas, end of the year. They went to the farm. Now they trying to pretend they don't see FC Boodle, which is bigger than the farm. They talking about 200 acres on the farm. They have taken over more than 200 acres in off SC Boodle Highway where we went the last time. We showed it to you. That's right on the main road. I heard this nonsense from an immigration officer. We can play some of that for you in a minute. All right, I think the light getting into it. I can show you that in a minute. That immigration officer said it's hard really to police the area because it's hard to find them and this and that and whatever. They on the main road. We showed you on our live, right on the main road. Right on the main road, they building Shantytown on one side of the road and Shantytown on the next side. You could drive for miles. But they had a PLP meeting the other day. And at the meeting, they said, oh, the coalition, Lincoln being them, is getting too much traction from this immigration thing. We got to make it appear like we're doing something. So let's go down there and pretend to have some raids. Let's grab a couple of people and make it look good. I told you all about this 2 weeks before it happened. If I know, of course, the immigrants knew. Didn't Rodney Munker say, and he's a consultant to the government, didn't he say that I could tell you all to the Haitians? He said, I'm going to tell you all whenever the raid is about to happen. Didn't he say that? Government corruption. That's what that is. So if I knew, they knew. We got a country to save. They run here talking about the farm, having big press conference talking about the farm. One? Shantytown? One? And you lock up 13 people? 13? Out of 50-something you take in, you say, oh, the rest, you can just let them pay their work permit. No, you go home. You was living here illegally. Go home. But anyway, they said they can let them pay it. And they only 13 they is able to keep. And I tell you all that's what's going to happen. These people playing with us. But we ain't playing with them. We got to stand up, Bahamas. We got to stand up. I want you all to see the document they put. on this house. Bahamians, I want you all to see. I want you all to see. Brave them. Brave, if you is man, we could be waiting on in 28 days. That's the 11th of the 11th, 2022. That's when the 28 days up. We could be there waiting on you. Brave, if you is man, you can break down a Bahamian house in this country and see if the war don't start. If you is man, Philip Brave Davis, after you done exclaim your own words, we just play it, that once the Haitians build a house, you can't break it down. That's your words. That once the Haitians in our country build a house, you can't break it down. But y'all could come put a letter on Bahamian house. Brave, if you is man, come meet me on the Crown Land. If you is man. Let me give you the date in case you didn't calculate the 28 days. It's the 11th of the 11th of 2022. But in the meantime, Bahamas, we get in the House of Assembly on Wednesday. Y'all spread the word. No, we ain't putting none on the radio. No, you know the media. They're not going to spread this. You spread it. Y'all come with me to the House of Assembly on Wednesday. We have a bill that's to save our country. You hear what the mindset of these people is? They could come and just have children. Then they can start saying, what about the children? No. You know what you was doing when you came here illegally and out of jail. Go ask yourself, what about the children? We got a country to save. And I'm serious about this country. And if anyone else thinks that I'm unreasonable and I should just stand down and let them continue to take over this country, let them invade while the government flamming us, let them take over Andres, take over Lutra, take over Harbor Island, take over Exuma, and all kind of shanty-downs, new shanty-downs building right here in Nassau, right in Fox Hill. If we had time, we would have gone and show you right in Fox Hill, they building up big. And your Bahamians can sit down and let this happen, and then when they actually get the majority, which they don't have now, you hear their attitude. You heard that woman herself. It wasn't me. She say it. Y'all could never win. This is what she say. She say y'all too small. You heard it out of their own mouth. Don't mind them playing friend. They have a plan to take over our country. If I was the last man standing, I could be the last man standing. But ain't nobody taking with my daddy and my mommy live for me. So I can't speak for you, and I can't speak for y'all. But I can speak for me. Ain't nobody taking this country over. Wednesday at 9 a.m. We gotta be there early, meet them going in. I know it's traffic and all that, leave early. Eat breakfast early. Get your children to school early. Wednesday at 9 a.m., they have no excuse. We putting the document in their hand. Bill drafted already. Waiting on them. We're giving it to every member of parliament. I ain't hear from Pintard yet. And Pintard ain't taking my calls. Remember, in front of all y'all, in front of the whole Bahamas, in front of all them protesters, Pintard said he called me. We was gonna meet, we get together. You think Pintard will meet with me? You think he won't save this country? No, he won't be a puppet of the oligarchs. Pintard is not interested in saving this country. So we're gonna give it to them so that when we do what we have to do, we can proudly say that we did everything the right way. We ain't just ask them to do a bill, you know. We drafted the bill for them. Legally drafted perfectly. Not a typo nowhere. Nothing that could be challenged in the law. We gotta fight for this. He's gonna go to the other flea market. There's right in there where he was just now. And you see that? That's right where he was just now. That's right to the next corner from the detention center. Whole big, listen, that Haitian village that we was in just now spreads for miles. And that and in that Haitian village is where we caught the lady making coal the last time. That spreads for miles. For miles, I say. Boy, if y'all don't see the need to fix this. So, producer, let's take a quick commercial break. And then when we you can play one of them videos, the Brave video again if you want to, or one of them. You choose what video you can play. And when we come back, I'm gonna be in the studio. All right. So, producer, let's take a little commercial break.
Good morning, everyone. Clint, we saw some startling information from the Department of Immigration yesterday with regards to Alco having expanded the shanty towns in Farmer and Marshall from some 50 acres to over 200 plus. And it appears to be presenting certain problems, a national security risk and an environmental issue, because we saw hundreds of houses constructed since Hurricane Dorian that are unregulated. What is the government's position with regards to addressing this seriously perplexing problem, particularly with an environmental perspective?
Exactly what we've begun to do. We began to move in and address them. You would have remembered several months ago, I had here at the press conference a task force which was put together by the Minister of National Security, together with Defense Force, Immigration, and other agencies. We brought that task force in, and we told you that their job is tasked with coming up with a plan and a solution to deal with and address the issue. You are now seeing the fruit of that. I think a lot of times we want things to happen instantly. We announce the task force, and by 4 o'clock, they got 100 people in custody. Doesn't always work that way, because you have to now methodically deal with how you're going to address issues and do it in the most humane way without not violating United Nations clauses, without ensuring that you are not violating any other laws, because these are still human beings. And it takes some time to do that. But you're now seeing the rewards of the benefits of being able to put a task force in place who will execute at certain times. That's going to continue. It's not a one-off. It's going to continue. The administration will address this issue. We will not, as some people have said, labeled it and kick the ball down, kick the can down the road. We're going to address it, but we have to do it in a way that's methodical, that it will not cause the Bahamas to be sanctioned by in the way it deals with things, by ensuring we don't have to have the interruption of courts, because we know there are people in our country who will gladly go and get injunctions that they've done in the past, and it halts your whole operation. So it requires being able to methodically plan how to execute the plan to bring about the results. And you're seeing the result. It's not going to be an overnight thing. It will take some time to address this issue. But be sure about it, the administration is keen on addressing the issue. The Minister of Immigration is mandated, and he is well executing his job to ensure it happens. National Security is on board as well, and they're addressing the issue. It will happen. Now, I know to a lot of our frustration, it's not happening fast enough, and people in Abaco are frustrated because they're seeing these things pop up. We're finding ways to address it. I believe, if you ask me, can it go faster? I would surely like to see it go faster, but I recognize that there's a process to it, but I want to see it done rather than it not be done and sit around and we see the problem emerging to another community, a huge shantytown community. We want to ensure that it's addressed, and we're trying to address that, Shelley.
The concern of many residents, I don't want to say the aliens just in particular, is that how is it that the government can allow an expansion from 50 acres to over 200 plus acres of unregulated houses?
I'll tell you how.
You're saying it can be methodically done, and it's been done over a period of time.
Right. Let me tell you how. me tell you how. And I'll tell you this from my intelligence as a journalist on that very same story before I was in this place. And let me tell you what my intelligence shows, because I questioned the same thing. And that same town that you're talking about had just begun to start when we went and did investigative reporting in there and find out what's going on. The reason why it's so difficult for government to be able to intervene and stop it is one major thing. It's private land. And the private land is owned by people. And if you own your land, you can give somebody permission or you can enter an agreement with people.
Ladies and gentlemen, well, I hope the sound is good. We haven't had a chance to check. I am in studio now. Okay, let's switch. Good. Sound was off. Okay, so the sound. Good. So hopefully the sound is good now. Wow. Can you hear Clint talking all that foolishness? I'll get back to that in a minute. I know we've been going for a little while today, but I needed you to see what's going on. I needed you to see how Philip Brave Davis is harassing the Bahamian people. Harassing the Bahamian people. Philip Brave Davis. Harassing Bahamian people. I want you to see. Let me show you what Philip Brave Davis is doing. All right? This is what he is doing. Only him in charge of Crown Land now. Don't mind him trying to push it on, make it sound like it's something to do with the town planning. They're just trying to find any way to get around, to do what they want to do. They're evil. Watch this. We got some things to show you. Watch this right here. This is a house that these people have been living in on the farm. It's a house they've been living in. They just haven't painted it, but this is the house. As you can see, this is not wood here, but this frame is the frame, nice frame. It's a very nice house that they built. They're very smart the way they actually built it. Like I say, they've been in there, and as you can see, it's a very nice house. They built it out of their pockets, spend their money to do it. The house is not a shanty type house. The house has, as you can see, a cesspit, a proper cesspit planted in the ground so that nothing goes into the environment. All right? Proper plumbing. This ain't no going in the back of the house and throwing the stuff in a bag or putting it in a hole or whatever, messing up the environment. This is a proper plumbing facility. They have water, well, electricity. Is a proper system they have set up here. This is not a shanty situation. And so what Philip Davis did was he sent some of his officers there. This is Philip Brave Davis. This is what he did to Bahamians. After you heard what he said in that video, after he said those things in that video that if his Haitians, you can't touch them once they done build. So in other words, once they build, they home free. You can't do nothing with them. And so this is what I'm gonna play this video for you right now. Hold on, sorry. Still showing this is the police officers coming to harass the family, the Bahamian family in that house. This is them. All right, so like someone said, the house is built according to our code. Yes, it is. It's built according to code, hurricane clips and all. But this was Brave Davis sending the police to go and put that on those people's house to harass Bahamians now. While we getting flooded with shanty towns all over this country. All over New Providence, in Andres, all over the place. They building new structures. They went from 50 acres, they said,
But when I went there, it wasn't 50 acres. So I don't know where they get that from. Under the Davis administration, that wasn't even 5 acres on the farm. Not even 5 acres. I went there and Clint went there with me. Y'all remember Bahamas? I went there because the government was ignoring it. This was right before election. I went there and Clint went with me. That wasn't even 5 acres. When this government take over, it was a little bit more than that. It wasn't 50 acres. They built all that under this administration, who turned a blind eye. While corrupt persons in the administration was selling visas and letting them know, boy, at some point, we have to do something. Make sure you'll get your papers. Come in, get your papers. We get you all straight. That's what they were doing in the last year. That's why they didn't do nothing. And now they're flamming. Like they're doing something on one of the shanty towns. And so they went in there to put the letter. Let me show you the letter. Remember last time I showed you the letter? And it was written like a preschooler wrote it. So this time what they did was they got it typed out. So they went and got this letter typed out. And basically what they're saying is, oh, you went and you built the structure, and we can need this structure removed in 28 days, or we can move it, and that's that. We can demolish this. So they went and threatened the Bahamians. See? Philip Brave Davis. See the coat of arms? Philip Brave Davis threatened the Bahamians, put this letter. In fact, the actual owners never saw this letter. Some people in the area actually took this off. They was being nosy, and they wanted to see who what the police was there doing, and they actually took this down. So the actual persons this might have been intended for, I don't even think they see it. No, they haven't. They might not have seen this. All right, other than if they saw it like this, like how you're seeing it right now. Say, who is yours faithfully? Listen, this, let me see. I can hardly see it. Let me pull it up so you can see it good. Let me just pull it up quickly. Give me 1 sec. Contravention of the Buildings Regulations, Chapter 200, illegal construction on well-field land. So now it's on well-field land. Carmichael Road. Who owned the land? It says an inspection was conducted on September 13, 2022 of the above premises located well-field land. Say well-field land. Carmichael Road revealed that illegal construction is being carried out on a wooden stucco building approximately 20 foot 6 inches by 42 foot 6 inches. Also a septic tank 5 by 10 with no visible sign of an approved building permit. Under section whatever of the aforesaid act, the Minister of Public Works hereby serves notice requiring you, the owner, I don't know who the owner is, but if you say it, the government owner, then you wrote this to the government then. Because who's the owner? You need to state who the owner is. Requiring you, the owner, to pull down and remove the building within 28 days of service of this notice. Well, the persons who live in that building, I can tell you, they never see this document. All right? Unless they saw it like this. But they didn't see that when I was posted, because I guess some naughty people went there and they do what they had to do. It says, should you fail to comply with this notice, the minister may, in accordance with section 43 of the Act, pull down and remove the works and recover from you the expenses reasonably incurred in so doing. Faithfully, the Minister of Public Works and Utilities. All right? Ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you something. Brave. If you as man mess with Bahamians, this thing could be Abaco repeated, you know. We let Abaco happen because those people moved out. If those people had decided to stand, we was going to stand with them. We would have been on that plane, and we would have been there to stand with them. But they decided to move out the domes. But if they had decided to stand, it was going to be some serious fireworks. I am telling you now, you don't have enough defense force officers. Do not mess with Bahamians. We just came from a shanty town. We were surrounded by houses that spreads for miles in the back there. That's right next to the detention center where all kind of immigration and defense force officers are. Right next to them. But you won't come mess with Bahamians? Even the Haitians say that's wrong. Even the Haitians. Well, I can tell you this much, Brave Davis. It could be demolished for demolish. That's what it's going to be. Because the Bahamians, and the only reason, well, I don't think they're 30 days up yet, but the lady was away. She had a brother, he was sick, and she had to go away and deal with him. That's probably the only reason they still standing. Brave, it's going to be demolish for demolish. Demolish for demolish. Bahamians have had enough in this country, and we are going to stand up. So in case you don't know what I mean, we ain't letting you demolish no Bahamian house in this country while you on the news telling the Haitians, oh, once you build a house, we can't touch you, eh? While you notifying them in a slick way. Saying Brave call for the halt of demolitions in Abaco after the Bahamians' dooms done break down. Now he calling for halt. That's what the headline said. That's all right. After they done mash up the Bahamians, all of a sudden after that, Brave calling for halt of demolitions in the Cheyenne. Look at it. Look at it.
You're going to
There it is.
demolish
shanty towns.
You have to have an alternative for those persons who are living in the
The man
shanty
said
towns.
once they
Davis
build
made
it,
the
you can't do nothing with them. Brave Davis, don't come on that well field. You hear me? Do not come on that well field. Bahamians have had enough. You all have raped us and robbed us and abused us for too long. But the Bahamas is coming and is actually here, where Bahamians will bow to no one. Bahamians will bend their knees to nobody. Bahamians will not have to stand in line begging for food, begging for jobs. No more. The days are over when Bahamians will be begging in this nation. And you're laughing and taking it for a joke. Our begging days have come to an abrupt end. Bahamas, we ain't gonna let them treat you like crap anymore. We can stand up. It's the job fair line. And I admire everyone who's on this line because they're doing what they're supposed to do. They're hustling because under this government, under this slave plantation, you gotta eat. You gotta do what you have to do. So I respect and appreciate everyone who's on this line trying to make it happen for them and their family. But there's a Bahamas coming where we are gonna benefit from our natural resources, not the illegal immigrants or the legal immigrants. Bahamians are gonna be treated with respect in this nation. We have had enough. And we've taken all that we could take. And we can't take no more. I was gonna play that Clint thing. I don't even know if I want to play that. The answers, I need you to analyze this because I really don't understand why the media is sitting down every week questioning Clint. Clint is not an expert on anything other than talking. Why are you asking Clint about these matters of importance to the nation? And he is giving these condescending answers and these flaming answers to these young reporters. Yeah, I can play Clint. And I got so much to show you all, but before I play Clint, I want you to see this. Remember the man out there? He was the man who said he is building Caprio and Larry's house. The man who's doing all the cussing out there, he's a PLP. That's the Haitian man in the red shirt. He was building Capio and Larry's house. That's the PLP trolls. Can't call them generals, they trolls. He was building their house. And he said, stop him. Well, we went there recently. And listen, Capio and Larry, I mean, just building the house. They take down the whole hill that was there. The house on the hill, they cut down the hill and put some in their foundation. They must sell the rest of the curry. Look at this, y'all.
So this is the mansion of Caprio and Larry, the PLP trolls, PLP generals. As you can see, this used to be a hill. If you look at all our other videos, this used to be a hill. But you can see the tractor tracks and stuff in it. They brought a tractor down here recently and cut down the entire hill, and they used it for fill for their foundation. And I guess some they took elsewhere, but they use it for fill for their foundation. And so PLPs are untouched. Again, they can do whatever they want. See here? Use it for fill for their foundation. Cut down the hill rock that was here, that's against the law, and use it in their foundation for fill. It's Caprio and Larry.
Only in the Bahamas. So the Ministry of Works, as much as we done post that all over social media, what's happening in the back there, and they know exactly where it is. The Ministry of Works ain't put nothing on that to say y'all billing. No one from forestry, no one from the environment say, oh, you're cutting down the hill. Y'all got a whole tractor, a D8 tractor cutting down the hill. But they messing with Bahamians who they believe are not PLPs. And I keep telling you all, most of the people in the back there, even who came there with us, was PLPs. And now they're converting them to leave that cult called the PLP. Because they see how their own government is treating them. So how Capio and Larry, and you see, just by coincidence, we ran into the fellow who's doing the building, and he confessed it again, that he's building for the PLP generals. But Brave Davis sending them to harass anyone in the back there who is not a Haitian and who is not a PLP in their mindset. This is against international law and international treaties. It is discrimination. It is a violation of our constitutional right. International treaties that we have signed on to do not allow political persecution or prosecution that is political in nature. When you can go to a house that's right here and tell them, oh, they're illegal, they're doing this wrong and that wrong, and you can send police, defense force, everyone to post one letter. They send all kind of police, busload, to put one letter on a door. All this crime going on in this country, you know. They send police and defense force to put one letter on a door. While right next door, Capio and Larry and other PLPs billing. Who give them license to cut down the hill for quarry and use it for fill? Use it to fill in their foundation. Who? I dream of a new Bahamas where it doesn't matter your political affiliation, that being Bahamian is enough, that you don't have to go begging and groveling to no member of parliament, that being Bahamian is enough to get you where you need to go. We need some serious change. You're lying with me. I got some more to show y'all. I wanna analyze this Clint video with you. I was supposed to talk about some other stuff too, Golden Girls or whatever. I don't know if I get to that today because they really, really, really upset me with this stuff. Um, hmm. So while the criminals are coming in illegally with boatloads of drugs with them, you see, y'all might be taking this lightly. I don't. We getting out there Wednesday. And if you serious, come with me. We getting out there Wednesday. Yeah. Boatload of drugs. One of the women on the boat came with a PLP shirt on. It's a New Day shirt on. From Haiti, she landed on the boat with drugs with a PLP It's a New Day shirt on. So, shipment. It ain't just the illegal immigrants you have to worry about, it's what the crime that's coming with it. Bahamians, I can stand up for this. Who will stand up with me? I'm willing to take the political persecution. Everything I tell you that they're going to do, they do. I told you that a couple of weeks ago. I told you they're going to start a serious attack campaign against me and Maria, especially me. And you see all over Facebook, all over WhatsApp, they putting all kind of lies, all kind of anything they could think of, they putting out there now. And I told you all this was their plan. Every time they have meetings, because we have patriots in the PLP too, who's sick of the PLP, and they're giving us all the information of their meetings. And then I'll tell them, I tell them, listen, this is what they said in the PLP meeting, this is what they could do. And then they still do it. Because they don't have enough mind to think, oh, we gotta try to switch it up. Let's at least make it look like he don't know what he's talking about. And they still go and do it. I see someone tell me they had one WhatsApp where they say one woman called Farmer Cates and told him that she had sex with me for a piece of crown land. Like, PLPs, that's the best y'all could do. Like, that's it. That's the best y'all could do. Like, y'all couldn't like be a little more creative than that. At least she ain't lie and say rape her or something. But that's the best y'all could do. Or they could probably try that later, next. That's the best y'all could do. Let me make this clear to you. I don't trust anyone, no new people right now, to trust any woman to come into my life to talk but do anything with them. My life is in danger and at risk. You think I go fool with some woman talking about y'all need to think of something else. No woman can come up to me right now and get me to trust them. None. I don't care how beautiful they are. None. I am focused on the new Bahamas, and I will not be distracted from that. There is nothing that Brave Davis could offer me, that no woman could offer me, that no one could offer me. I am focused, laser beam focused on the new Bahamas. And so y'all could kick up and kick up. I like we entertain. We get entertained when you talk about us. We ain't even responding to y'all. We focus on the new Bahamas. We got to save this and fight for this for our Bahamians. I told you all that's what they're going to start doing, and that's what they did. And I told you all they're going to do a sham, a fake immigration raid, and they started making it look like they're doing something, and that's exactly what they did. So anyone who don't pay up their dues, to who's who, then they could get touched. But if thousands of them in Abaco, only 13 you find, you need to fire that consultant. Oh, the consultant is Luby. I didn't think he could help you all catch the illegal immigrants. You all had a consultant who fighting for the illegal immigrants to be here. That's the consultant the government hired. And you all ain't wake yet. I can see how wake y'all are on Wednesday. We could be there. Wednesday, 9 a.m. Get out early. Get through the traffic. 9 a.m. We could be there. Get them letters for each one of those parliament. We can see who duck it. We can see who duck and dodge. We can see if brave of the police there to try to stop us because they don't want to get them letters. We doing this for y'all to see because we got to wake up. Now, all in those letters is a law that said that if you come here illegally, you cannot get status in this country. If you come here illegally, if you have a child, that child cannot get status in this country. That's all that's saying. That's fair. That's to protect the Bahamas and to protect children moving forward because they know the situation they putting these children in and they still doing it to them. You know the circumstances that child is going to grow up under. It's not fair for a child to have to be going to school. Everyone else got internet, got electricity, could do their homework, and that child can't. You did that for your own selfish purposes, not for that child, because in most instances, those child wasn't born yet when you come here. Using those children as shields, as innocent shields against your wickedness. Like how terrorists will use innocent persons to defend themselves. Those children are hostages. I watched a young child cry in a shanty town just now, 14-year-old, big intelligent girl, cry because of the circumstances she had to grow up. She wished her parents never did that to her. Never had her hair. You heard her. We didn't have the camera pointed at her, but I sure y'all could hear. Producer, they could hear. I sure y'all could have heard that young lady. She wished she was never born here. Why y'all doing that to these children and then using them? It is wrong. Politicians making billions of dollars from this immigration scam. That's why they're doing it. Sick of y'all. Now we're going to listen to this wicked witch, Clint Watson. You do this so I could hear it too. Play by play. I want you to listen carefully to this nonsense. Absolute nonsense.
We saw some startling information from the Department of Immigration yesterday with regards to Alco. Expanding the shanty towns in Farmer and Marshall from some 50 acres to over 200 plus. And it appears to be presenting certain problems, a national security risk, and an environmental issue, because we saw hundreds of houses constructed since Hurricane Dorian that are unregulated. What is the government's position with regards to addressing this seriously perplexing problem, particularly with an environmental perspective?
Exactly what we began to do. We began to move in and address them. You would have remembered several months ago, I had here at the press conference a task force which was put together by the Minister of National Security, together with Defense Force, Immigration, and other agencies. We brought that task force in, and we told you that their job is tasked with coming up with a plan and a solution to deal with and address the issue. You are now seeing the fruit of that. I think a lot of times we want things to happen instantly. We announce the task force, and by 4 o'clock, they got 100 people in custody. Doesn't always work that way, because you have to now methodically deal with how you're going to address issues and do it in the most humane way without not violating United Nations clauses, without ensuring that you are not violating any other laws, because these are still human beings. And it takes some time to do that. But you're now seeing the rewards of the benefits of being able to put a task force in place who will execute at certain times. That's going to continue. It's not a one-off. It's going to continue. The administration will address this issue. We will not.
After a year, you took over a year to come up with some solution? No, it's a lie. Y'all was selling work permits. Y'all meaning whoever the corrupt persons are in place. Work permits were being sold. Every Haitian knows it. visas were being sold. Residencies were being sold. And that's what y'all was doing for a year, letting it happen. So that when y'all strike, y'all gonna say, well, all these people straight. Oh, well, if they straight, ain't nothing you could do. See, we grabbed 50 and all of them except 13 was straight. What you want us to? They straight. No, we want you to investigate how they got straight. We want you to see if they were really straight. We want you to do a forensic audit to make sure they're actually straight. But y'all know, because y'all sold them what they got. We're not fools. This isn't our grandparents' generation. We hear you stammering and lying, and we're sick of it. And we're not going to let it happen anymore. And he's talking about violating some laws. What law? You could violate a law for locking up an illegal immigrant? What law? What law you need to think about for over a year that you would violate for immigration to go and do their job? What law could you possibly violate for locking up an illegal immigrant? Y'all hear this? Like, I don't even think they should be questioning him. The Minister of Immigration should be answering this question, or the Prime Minister himself. Why are you asking Clint this? Because they set this up as a buffer so that if Clint says something wrong, they could detach themselves from it. But they let him go out there and say whatever nonsense so they don't catch the blame. This is an old political trick. And yes, the White House does this too, but they have a professional in that job who answers questions professionally. They don't talk down to people. They don't talk to you like you're stupid. And they don't BS you. They give you facts, not opinions and all this fluff and nonsense. Let's hear some more from this political prostitute.
Some people have said, labeled it, and kick the ball down, kick the can down the road. We're going to address it, but we have to do it in a way that's methodical, that it will not cause the Bahamas to be sanctioned by in the way it deals with things, by ensuring we don't have to have the interruption of courts, because we know there are people in our country who will gladly go and get injunctions that they've done in the past, and it halts your whole operation. So it requires being able to methodically plan how to execute the plan to bring about the results. And you're seeing the result. It's not going to be an overnight thing. It will take some time to address this issue. But be sure about it. The administration is keen on addressing the issue. The Minister of Immigration is mandated, and he is well executing his job to ensure it happens. National security.
Let me correct more of lying Brave Davis, because Brave them said him out there to lie. No court can put an injunction on any government from arresting illegal immigrants. That was never even considered. The injunction was referenced to breaking down homes because it said that some Bahamians might have rights to the homes. I've read the injunction to you before. There might be Bahamians living in there with some rights. That's the big issue. Remember, they tie it to their Bahamas-born children. It wasn't about the arrest of illegal immigrants. No court can stop the executive. The judicial cannot stop the executives from carrying out their duty as long as it's within the law. It cannot happen, and that was never considered in this country. So Clint is lying, and it is offensive to intelligent Bahamians for him to be repeating that nonsense. Over a year has passed, and you're only doing this because of, in your words, in your meeting, because of linking them. That's your words. Linking them, getting too much traction on this immigration thing. We got to make it look like we're doing something. We got to soften the blow. Let's listen to some more from this political prostitute.
Security's on board as well, and they're addressing the issue. It will happen. Now, I know to a lot of our frustration, it's not happening fast enough, and people in Abaco are frustrated because they're seeing these things pop up. we're finding ways to address it. I believe if you ask me, can it go faster? I would surely like to see it go faster, but I recognize that there's a process to it, but I want to see it done rather than it not be done and sit around and we see the problem emerging to another community, a huge shantytown community. We want to ensure that it's addressed, and we're trying to address that, Shelley.
The concern of many residents, I don't want to say Haitians just in particular, is that how is it that the government can allow an expansion from 50 acres to over 200 plus acres of unregulated houses?
I'll tell you how.
You're saying it can be methodically done, and it's been done over a period of time.
Right. Let me tell you how. And I'll tell you this from my intelligence as a journalist on that very same story before I was in this place. And let me tell you what my intelligence shows, because I questioned the same thing. And that same town that you're talking about had just begun to start when we went and did investigative reporting in there and find out what's going on. The reason why it's so difficult for government to be...
What does Clint mean that he just started to understand this? Clint, we don't care about your understanding of this. Clint, you have no expertise in immigration or policing or anything of the like. What do you mean you just came to some understanding? This is why they shouldn't even be there questioning him. They're making him feel like he has some kind of say. This whole exercise is ridiculous. What does he mean that he just started to understand this? Clint, let's see if you understand. Right. Let's continue.
To intervene and stop it is one major thing. It's private land. And the private land is owned by people. And if you own your land, you can give somebody permission or you can enter an agreement with people to be on your land. And guess what they do? They pay you to be there. You understand? It's not government land, private land. And so it's very...
So this lying demon, is trying to make it seem like all of the land is private land, and that's where the problem comes in. If you build without Ministry of Works permission on private land, your house can be broken down. Private land doesn't stop you from arresting illegal immigrants. In fact, if it's private land, you can arrest whoever owned the land who allowed them to be there once they knew they was there. What is this lying fella talking about? And of course, these are, I guess, young journalists, and they don't know how to ask him the right follow-up questions, or they're afraid to. That's their little good job they just get, and they don't want to risk that. What is he talking about private land? But someone's going to ask him the question in a minute, and then he's now going to have to start talking about the crown land, because the major part of these shantytowns are on crown land. Yes, a part of this farm where they are, a part of that is private land. But SC Buddha that we showed you, that's hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of acres of crown land that they own. We showed you the proof. What is this man talking about? Private land doesn't stop anything. It definitely doesn't stop you from locking up the illegal immigrants. They should be going on all of those keys and all of those construction sites and arresting them. They should be there at the ferry dock waiting. But they don't want to do that. Let me make this clear to you. I heard them another interview talking about they're going to add more immigration officers. Listen, the mud and pigeon peas was across the street from immigration. The mud and pigeon pea was across the road, literally on the next side of the road, right in front of immigration. And that was allowed to build up like that. It don't matter how much immigration officers you hire. Y'all are corrupt. And y'all are letting this happen in our country. And send out these lying, paid prostitutes. Paid to lie to the Bahamian people and deceive the Bahamian people. Clint, you should be ashamed of yourself. I regret you are causing me to regret that I saved you from the Thompson family. That I stopped them from doing what they wanted to do to you because of what they was accusing you of. Clint, I would advise you to stop while you are ahead. This is our one and only country. Clint. And I'm not playing with this. I ain't stopping no one from eating. You had a good job. When you could have been on that TV station and defended the Bahamian people. But you sold out while you were there and started being a voice for the Progressive Liberal Party. And I'm starting to regret not letting the Thompson family expose you. You all are not going to destroy our country. Clint, stop. There's a little boy in the Thompson family who wants you to stop. Release man now. I'm sick of these people selling out our country. This country is almost gone. This country is gone to the dogs. This country is gone to the dogs. They're selling this country out to these bold people. And these people, just for a little job and some little lunch money, they would sell us out.
Very difficult for government to step in and tell somebody, no, you can't let them do that because it's not government's land. Now, you may say there are regulations though, and that's where you come in and that's where you try to fight from. The Ministry of Works Code of Building, which is not being followed. And you try to address it from that area, and that is a process within itself, right? And nowadays, if you look at these shanty towns, they ain't building them like how they used to build them anymore. They're livable homes now because they're trying to do what they can to be able to follow. Now, when you run electricity from home to home by a wire and so forth,
Clint, it doesn't matter how they build the house. If they built it without permission on the crown land or private land, they have a problem. They're legal immigrants. Even if they're legal, it doesn't matter if they build the house to code. Clint, what are you talking about? Y'all are so busy trying to defend the destruction of our nation, the sale of our nation, that y'all are just going to say anything and hope that anything sticks.
brings in all kinds of violations, right? And that's when you bring in the authorities to try and address those issues. But that still doesn't mean you can go in there with a bulldozer, break it down, because it's not your land. And what people don't understand is
Clint. Oh, Clint. Oh, Clint. Clint. The act says, the Building Regulation Act says, as clear as day, that they could break down the land of those illegal immigrants. Clint, what are you talking about? Jesus. And this is coming from the government. The intentional deceit of the deception of the Bahamian people. This is coming from your government.
People often lay the blame at government's feet without recognizing there are Bahamians at the foundation of this issue because they're making money off of these people desperate needs. And you will never see them come forward. Understand. If you've been to Abaco, you've seen the land.
So she just said to him, but a lot of these shanty downs are on Crown land. So after all that nonsense and fluff, he came with private land. He said, understood. Man, am I witnessing this? And this is happening this reminds me of Minutes. When he used to say all these dumb things, used to just come out of his mouth. I can't be the only one seeing this.
Okay, so you understand that to police Crown land, especially on these islands where there are thousands of acres, it's almost next to impossible because you don't have the resources to do it. So when people say, "Oh, somebody on Crown land," you can go and do a check, and then if you find it, that's a process in itself to have that person removed, and the process takes some time. It is a difficult problem.
Bahamas. So on behalf of Philip Brave Davis, because this is obviously the Prime Minister speaking, he says the Crown land is too massive to police. They are building this stuff right next to the road. You've seen the videos we've put out there. They're building this stuff right on the main SC Boodle Highway. Not in the back of the bush. They're not hiding. In fact, Abaco isn't very wide, so you're on one side of the road or the other. Abaco is very narrow. And one part is basically a mile wide of that. They're building right on the SC Boodle Highway. Literally, we showed you this. So that's just like driving on East Street, and on one side is houses, and the next side is houses. They're not hiding. And it's bigger than the farm. So I don't know how you could not police this when the police have to drive past SC Boodle Highway straight through. The immigration have to drive past SC Boodle Highway. Everyone have to know, have to report nothing. This is the government lying to you. This is wrong. This is evil. Clint, I do not respect this. This is evil. Philip Brave Davis, I do not respect this. Just come out and tell the Bahamian people, listen, man, we giving a part of the Bahamas to the Haitians to help them out. Just come out and say it. All this BS and fluff is making us more and more angry. Because at the same time that you are doing this and making excuses for why you can't touch them, you are attacking Bahamians. And every time you attack Bahamians, you are making us more and more angry. Because we can see the BS. Just come out and say it. Just say, man, listen, plenty money in this, and we can make money from this. For our pocket, we looking out for our children and our grandchildren. You all just deal with it. Just come out and say it, man, and we'll respect you a little bit more. All this BS and fluff and lies and fake raids and attacking Lincoln Bain, attacking Maria Daxon, attacking the COI, attacking Bahamians. When you know what you are doing. Clint, in 2020, whatever, when this government go, you need to go. You need to go Haiti. Go live there. Go somewhere else. You don't belong here.
Let's be the first to admit that. It is a difficult problem, and I think we all would want to put together a team and just go in and say, okay, we can deal with this ourselves. But it has to be a process that's followed. Can it move faster? I certainly believe it can move faster. Is there the will to see this a problem addressed? There is a will. And we know what we say, when there's a will, there's a way.
So where is the government's position with regards to the injunction that was before the Supreme Court? Because I think it did stipulate that cease and desist the demolition with no new construction.
Right. Now, the thing about it is enforcement, right? We need enforcement because there are certain laws that have been put in place. There are certain conditions that have been put in place in these communities. So what we're trying to do now is be able to enforce on these particular communities. Remember now, this is not the same area where these homes were built before. It's new. So you're talking about a whole different location, and it gets into a lot of legal technicalities because it's not the same place where the injunction or where the requirements were put in place. You got to now.
Bahamas, the injunction was put in place for Abaco and for New Providence. I don't know what Clint talking about. The farm was always a Haitian village. Yeah, there was a mud and pigeon bee, but the farm was always a Haitian village. Always. He's talking about now we need enforcement. That's because the reporter asked him about the injunction, saying that the injunction said they couldn't build no more new homes and expand. And all he's doing is talking, lying, BSing, and fluffing. Because they're looking to these Haitians for votes. Because they know Bahamians are fed up. But they're hoping that they could still fool enough Bahamians to still vote FNM and PLP and then get the balance from getting the Haitian votes. They're going to fool enough Bahamians to think that they don't deserve their natural resources or that we're selling dreams.
Relocate and go through the same process again. And that's why I said the initiative has begun. It's taking a lot longer, but there is a will to see the problem addressed. And we're working through it. But we have many challenges. More than you can imagine. That you have to go through legally to be able to take action. And that's what we have to bypass. But the will is there to see it happen. And I think the people of the Bahamas can rest assured that we are on the side to ensure that our laws are right. And we feel the pain of the people in Abaco particularly. We feel it because you have Bahamians who are waiting to get crown land, to do stuff legally and to build their economies, build their businesses, and they can't, but they see other people just go and just do what they want to do. That's never a good feeling. We've been talking to people who feel that way, and that's why we have to move with haste to address the problem. We have to move with haste.
Clint, you and this whole Brave Davis administration can go to hell. You don't care about the feelings of Bahamian people because while you are defending the Haitians and making excuses for why you can't do anything, you are attacking Bahamians. You see, if you were not messing with Bahamians like you did this week, then we could say, okay, maybe nothing could be done. But how is it that you feel justified to put a letter on a Bahamian's house to say we're breaking this down? But come on the news and say we can't touch the Haitians once they build the house.
We have to. Any other questions?
Good morning, all. I am sending a video of a Bahamian lady that has been on this land, this crown land here, with this granite. I don't know. I know her being around here from at least about 20 years, 30 years or so, since I was a little boy. This is the lady. There's a Haitian village on the south side of her, and they told her that she have too much land, and the Haitian men is a rasa on a regular basis. You know, I guess throwing the little jazz and cursing at her or whatever. So this is a property right here. There's a good spread. Looks like about, I'd say maybe about 3 acres. With some fruit trees, stuff. You think that makes sense? Does that make sense? Do you have the right to even? She's been complaining as well.
So you couldn't hear me a minute ago. I was just out of message to Clinton. It's probably better that he didn't hear that. That's another Bahamian being harassed by these Haitians. So while they are attacking us and defending these Haitians, Clinton them, braving them, the Haitians are bullying our women, our mothers we're supposed to be protecting. Remember, you couldn't say something but someone mother in this country? I don't care if you was in primary school or high school, you couldn't say something but a mother. You couldn't disrespect an old lady in front of nobody. Remember, in this country, you couldn't disrespect an elderly lady in this country? Now we got these people coming in our country, disrespecting our women and kicking them off their land. The Haitians telling her there's too much land for you. So the Haitians telling her, in our country, ladies and gentlemen, on Wednesday at 9 o'clock in the morning, I'll spread the word. The media ain't gonna let us spread this. The media is sold out. 9 o'clock in the morning, you all come be with me. We're just going to deliver some letters. See, no protests. We are going there for legitimate reasons. We are going to deliver letters to the members of parliament. You'll come with me. I see hundreds, thousands of people on this live. I won't see you all there. We are going to deliver those letters. Because we can't take no more. Because we can't take no more. And now on top of all of that, you have Fred Mitchell saying that basically we are compelled, we don't have a choice but to send aid to Haiti. This Fred.
Minister Fred Mitchell says the Bahamas may have no choice but to send assistance to Haiti on the law enforcement and healthcare front. This while the impoverished island nation has been experiencing major gang violence and a recent cholera outbreak.
We are bound to take note of any invitation the United Nations extends to do so, particularly because Haiti is right next door to us, and we are CARICOM members. So all of it has to be in the context of CARICOM and in the context of the UN Security Council resolution or a resolution from the Organization of American States. This is not something that we would enter into alone. I would just recall that the Bahamas participated in 1994 in a similar exercise. We sent 141 troops to Haiti at that time to help in the policing action. But all of this is just contingency talk at the moment. It's not actual talk.
Well, Mitchell explains that in the past, when there has been some instability in Haiti, the international community went into Haiti to restore order. Now, at this time, he understands that roads and fuel supplies are blocked, water is difficult to obtain, and other provisions can't be moved from docks because of the situation on the street. A few days ago, the United Nations Secretary General proposed that several countries send a rapid action force to help Haiti's police tackle the gang violence and threat. And given that the majority of the country's migrants come from Haiti, Mitchell says the country's national security is relevant to the Bahamas.
The the main issue would be the people, does the government of Haiti and the people of Haiti want such assistance? And it's not by any means clear that they do. So the second thing is, given the health emergency, and if you have a country next door to you that can spread infectious diseases, and it is in your national interest to prevent those diseases from coming here, you may have no choice but to send some assistance. And if you send health assistance, then you may have to have some kind of protective force for those health workers. So whatever is being contemplated is very limited, and it is being limited to try and protect the interests of the Commonwealth of the Bahamas and the wider region.
I don't know if you all heard him well, but he's also saying that we're going to send health officials. Health officials. We are going to send health officials, not just police now, not just defense force. We are going to send health officials. Lord, if there's such a devastating health issue right now, if it's such a devastating health official right now, in the Bahamas, if there's such a devastating health issue right now, how are you not locking our borders? Someone explain that to me. Now you're talking about the health issue, the cholera, etc., but our airport is still open to accept them every day. Every day flights come in from Haiti. Twice a week is Bahamas Air. Our border's still open and there's a health crisis coming from there. Countries, when there's health crisis from other countries, they will lock that country off. Ah, boy. I don't know. I don't know. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to open the phone line. We have to use a different line today. So just take note of the number. So we can put the new number. We can put the new number in there for them. We're going to call 557-4158. 557-4158. That's the call-in line for tonight. Just to get you in tonight. 557-4158. And we will hear from you. All right, we will hear from you. What do you think about what you saw today? What you experienced today? What do you really think about all this? What do you think? You can call WhatsApp, or you can call a regular call. WhatsApp or regular call. 557-4158 is right there on the screen. Call in. What do you think about what you've been seeing, what you've been hearing, what you've been experiencing? So call that number right there just for the night. 557-4158. 557-4158. You know, and while we're going through all of this, we're sending police officers to the Turks and Caicos. And these officers are landing in the Turks and Caicos. As our officers land in, to go and protect the Turks and Caicos. And as our officers land in to take care of the Turks and Caicos, while we can't take care of ourselves, and while we're at that, I just want to say this. There was a vicious assault by a police officer about 2 weeks ago. It was a vicious assault. 557-4158 is the number to call. 557-4158. There was a vicious, nasty assault by a police officer on a young woman. He took his ring off of his left hand. He had a big ring on. Put it on his right hand. And he punched her to smithereens. Burst her face open. Burst her face open. A young woman. Wasn't no nothing them. An innocent young woman. A police officer did that. I'm not saying this to say that every police officer is bad. I'm saying this to say that that police officer is a demon and must be fired. In fact, I need to show you all the picture of that police officer. I think we need to switch devices quickly. I'm gonna just go to. I want y'all to see this police officer. He just is a little skinny little girl. You could with your finger, you could brush on the side. A little skinny little girl, light skinned girl, and he brutalized her. He absolutely brutalized her. And so I'm going to take a quick commercial break so we could switch devices. So you could see this. Let me see. Yeah, I want you to see this. I want you to see what this police officer did to this innocent young girl. I want you to see this. I want you to see the police officer who did that. And then I can tell you what the girl said, because they called her and asked her what they want her to do to him. Do you want him to be fired? They even say, do you want him to be arrested, thrown in jail or whatever? Do you want him to be fired? So they asked her. I can take this quick commercial break. We can play this little video for y'all to see while I'm taking this break. And then I'm going to show you this evil, demonic police officer who brutalized this young woman. Be right back.
And police who are actively working to stop the bloodshed on the streets of the capital. The country's murder count now creeping near record-breaking levels as many residents fear the situation is worsening. Devontae Hanna has both sides tonight.
With the country's murder count on pace to surpass last year's total of 119, and in the face of a U.S. travel advisory, the National Security Minister Wayne Monroe and Commissioner of Police Clayton Fernando seemingly torn on what to call the recent influx of crime.
It is a crisis. Everything is a crisis.
We are not in a crisis, but we are concerned.
Both the comments coming yesterday just outside the National Honors Investiture, less than 3 days after the country's latest homicide occurred off of Blue Hill Road, bringing the total to 107 and 6 in 1 week. And despite not accomplishing his goal of keeping this year's homicide count under 100, Fernando claims that things are under control.
We are following significant leads in them. You would have seen some people of interest, some wanted posters that are out for various matters.
But Monroe is stating otherwise, calling the crisis an opportunity. His comments come in the wake of Prime Minister Philip Davis, who last week said the crime rate would have been higher had it not been for the measures put in place by the top court.
I hope that the public is looking and watching and understanding that we raise these people. I hope the people of my generation are looking and watching and seeing how quickly things have changed.
Both of them coming to an agreement that members of the public should do their part to aid officers in the crime fight.
We ask members of the public if they have any information on these individuals to please reach out to us. I believe that we can solve any matters. I always say that comes to our attention. But we want to be able to prevent these murders from happening.
According to reports, 53% of this year's homicide victims were on bail for murder. This only adds to the already rising crime across the board, especially armed robbery, according to police. Devontae Hanna, Eyewitness News.
Well, members of the Camp Road community speaking out against the frequency of violent
We need to set up quick.
Close to the road and I said, let me run go through the bush to come take a look at it. You must see fixing something on it. Look at the size of the screen. Bahamas, just look. Now I come to dig out around here. My God, look at the size of that bucket. That bigger than the biggest dump truck you have ever seen, the bucket of that. Lord, Mr. Prime Minister, you don't think Bahamian people deserve nothing what the screen is doing to us? This will be here for the next generation digging. My Lord, look at the size of the screen. Wow. This the size, this bigger than a building. This bigger than a building. They got to have kitchen and bath. They got kitchen and sleeping quarters got to be on the green. All of that is engine. My Lord, that's a humongous size. Come to finish, eat our lands and we get nothing. This is one Miller was talking about all the billions of dollars. What the company making in Grand Bahama, that's the crane right there which is responsible for it. This could eat a whole island. A whole key. My Lord, Bahamian people, look at the size of the screen. Whew. Reporting live from Grand Bahama. Look at the size of the screen. My Lord. Ah boy, and we get nothing. And they smile up in our faces, these politicians, FM and PLP, and think this is a game. They want to see us poor, keep us poor. No love for us. No love for us. You think we have to be living like this in this country? These people intentionally do this. We got to change these governments and get rid of them. They all are part of this. They all are getting rich off of this. Look at the hill over there. $2 a ton. My Lord, that's more than a ton in a damn bucket there without a scooper. Oh, these people just raping and robbing us, and you all right there with party colors. Oh boy.
Yeah, so ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen. This is what we're experiencing. Oh, I don't know what's going on with our over here. Something's happening. Check. Hold on. Make sure we're getting the right to you. So we just have to check it. We have to change the devices and calibrate. So we have to change the number. It's still not right. Yeah, we got to recalibrate that. Yeah, we gotta recalibrate that. No, I think we gotta take on the clock. Yeah, I'm so sorry, Macy. You just gotta redo that for a sec. Let's go to another camera. All right, so we just go to another camera until we get a dock up. So we gotta just. All right, so sorry about that. I'm gonna let you see this officer who attacked the girl. I mean, he attacked her. He was fighting his pregnant girlfriend, allegedly, and Another girl was there, and she was trying to get in between and stop him from what he was doing. She never attacked him or anything, but he viciously attacked her. If I show you the pictures of what he did to this girl, all of you might go to his house right now. I'm not going to show you the pictures, and that'll embarrass her. So I'm not going to show you the pictures of what he did to this girl. I'm going to show you him. But trust me, if you see those pictures, you will be extremely, extremely disturbed that he is not already fired. I don't know how he could not already be fired. And we had another video of police officers who took someone's phone, but I was trying to see it, but I didn't get it. We'll deal with that another time, I guess. But the officer in question that I'm talking about is 4433 Chislon Moss. He is 4433 Chislon Moss. And he attacked and assaulted, that's him. He attacked and assaulted a young girl. She just turned 18, so I shouldn't say young girl, but she was a girl, very skinny young girl. He viciously attacked her. We'll switch cameras again. This is him. This is him. Another picture of him. That's another picture of him. This is a young man who attacked the girl, who really assaulted her. And so she made her complaint. Let's make sure that one is mute. She made her complaint. She made a complaint to the complaint unit like she's supposed to do. And of course, they called the girl and asked her what she wanted to do and if she wanted fired, what she wanted. The phone line has changed. You call 803-5995. Let's change the phone line on to get these images to you. You can call 803-5995 if you want to call in. If you want to call in live, I saw somebody who was calling the previous number. Call in live. We got a few minutes left. 803-5995. You can call that number. 803-5995. 4433 Chisholm. It's the gentleman. So they asked, do you want him fired? Do you want him fired, or what do you want to happen then? And she's like, I don't want him to lose his job. She's a very sweet young lady. Very sweet, innocent young lady. And she said, I don't want him to lose his job, And they wasn't even, that's grievous harm, in my opinion. Cause now grievous harm, something like that. She had to get stitches, her face is bust open. Very beautiful girl. She's an entertainer by profession. Now she's gonna have a scar on her face. He ruined her in that way. And they called her to ask her, what do you want to happen to him? We haven't seen him arrested. She didn't want him to lose his job. So they're supposed to call her back to say what they've done. Only in the Bahamas. Only in the Bahamas. So that's him. Again, his name is 4433 Chislon Moss. That's him. So if you see him on the continual release force, then it's probably because of corruption. But hey, it's Bahamas. Anything goes. And so Well, you see, Carol is still allowed to be walking around on the farm doing whatever he want to do. But it's Bahamas where anything goes. But that's him right there. So when you see him on the street, just say hi to him. All right. So that's it. So if you want to call in, you can take a couple minutes for calls. 803-5995 is the switch numbers. I'm so sorry. 803-5995. There's another incident where police officers took a phone from someone who's recording them while they were talking there. That's unlawful. It's illegal if it's an assault for any police officer to do that. And that's what they did. And so we need to get that right. All right, we need to get that right. So I just want to say that while I'm waiting for your call me, man. Don't let me sit here talking to myself. While we are sending police officers to Haiti and we're sending police officers to Turks and Caicos, the police officers at Cable Beach Police Station have one car. One car for the whole station. Do you know how much money they spend to send those officers and house those officers in Turks and Caicos? They said, oh, we made an arrest. We are reaping fruits. What fruits? Someone who's wanted in the Bahamas was arrested there. I mean, that's the fruit. That's what you send 20-something officers to Turks and Caicos for. That's the fruit. Think about that. The amount of money y'all spent to send those officers to Turks and Caicos could have bought a car for Cable Beach Police Station. Or any of these stations that need a vehicle. They say they've been fruits. Oh boy. I don't understand this. I don't understand it. We got a call on the line. Good night, how you doing? You live?
See the spring of Davis in the government and action. I trying to wonder if I really grew up watching a government was capable of going and know how to run a country or the Muppet Show. It's just like Kermit the Frog and the Big Lemon Balls. So everything running the show in this country because this man going to say, oh, what's the Haitians that you can't touch them, baby? You can go and put letters on the people's door. Right? The people them see.
Yeah.
And they're gonna ride and they're talking about ride with rape and let me tell you something. I know some people but it was the new days, I watched them on Facebook posts and how hard things is, but I'm starting to cry out to me and help them for each other.
Wow.
There's something this people. I watch this. They ride and rape and now they drowning. You know? And this man is totally
yeah.
Yeah,
minister never sent a military for me. Now you tell the police not to pay briefs to him, he never send a military for them.
No, exactly. Not every time you see him, he's telling the military, and just one. You know, me on the left, when they come in the boat, what's up? I can take it off. I come down Wednesday too. I can take it off. When they come in the boat, what's up? Let's see what the leverage comes.
Tell him come on the bulldozer, come get what the bulldozer driver can get. Don't send no bulldozer driver for it. Tell him come get it.
Exactly. What's a clown? That's what he is. Real pose of the clown. That's what he is. Just people wrong on the government. Anyway, I can continue watching.
Thank you. Rape is a wicked, evil man. Send those police officers to put that on those people. Also, he's a wicked, evil man. You know, and like I just put in the step, you know. This non-thinking, no plan government. I want you to look at this carefully. This is the 38 new food items, right? This is 38 new food items. I was going to play the video where you're talking about this, but I really don't want to even hear his voice right now. So I'll skip that. But look at the 38 new food items. Look at the one in the second row. The second one in the second row. You all see what the food item is? Cornflakes. So price control is now on cornflakes. Can you all see that? Man, I wish I could enlarge this for you all. Price control is now on cornflakes. Man, you want to explain that to me. What is cornflakes? So not on frosted flakes. Just cornflakes. Not on Rice Krispies or Cocoa Puffs. Just cornflakes. This is when you have a government that doesn't think, doesn't plan, and jokingly call you at the intern write this up. Not breakfast cereals, cornflakes. So Kellogg's. Or imitation Kellogg's, cornflakes. So if the box don't say cornflakes, it ain't price control. So listen, man, I don't understand these people. So only conflicts. That's what it is. Now, this is what the government didn't think of, y'all. 803-5995 is the one to call. Regular call or WhatsApp. The only thing that's going to happen, this is the government don't think. They want it to appear like they're doing something, so they don't care about the repercussions. The only thing that is going to happen coming out of this, the only thing, is the food stores and the wholesalers are going to raise prices on everything else that's not price controlled. When the electricity prices raise, what do? Raise prices on their grocery to cover the raised electricity, right? That's what they do. So if some of the groceries are now going to be price controlled, to continue to make a profit, they're going to raise prices on the things that are not price controlled, so now the price of other things are going to go up. Now you think all those six-figure consultants working for Philip Ray Davis couldn't tell him that? You mean Luby and Rodney Munter couldn't tell Ray that if you price control now, cornflakes and these other things, that they're going to raise prices on other things that are not in that list? And now you're going to have the same problem? Jesus. Go to the phone lines. Good afternoon, you're live. How you doing? Yes, you're live. Yeah. Thank you, man. Tell everyone to be out there on 9 o'clock on Wednesday. All right, see ya. You know, and so while they're talking about that price control stuff, this is what Chess Cooper had to say about doing crime against tourists. I know
crime against a tourist is simply a stupid thing to do.
His scolding comes on the heels of crimes against tourists visiting the Bahamas, and just days after the U.S. State Department reiterated its Level 2 ranking of the Bahamas, warning visitors to exercise increased caution due to crime. Now, 60 cents of every dollar collected by the public purse comes from tourism, and it's on this reality that Cooper had this to say.
We are reliant on tourism for our very way of life. We've maintained a high quality and standard of living, and therefore it boggles the mind that anyone would seek to kill the good.
That's the Deputy Prime Minister. Listen, you can touch the tourists. Sorry, you can touch the babies, but don't touch the tourists. Gonna go back to the straight to the phone lines. Good afternoon, you're live.
Good night, Lincoln.
Good night, how you doing?
Okay. I want to do the math, so we actually calculate up.
Yes. Okay.
Okay. There's a problem right now with a piece of borders right now, right?
Mm-hmm.
They are disgruntled because, right, they are not getting their contracts, right?
Yeah.
Now, these are regulars now who always every 5 years their contract.
Yeah. Yeah.
What's the max now? That's a small amount.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to remember the numbers we voted for PLP this past election.
Right.
Only, I would say, well, not even 1% of those who voted, less than 1%, being awarded contracts. What's it now? The rest are just bodies of orders. Now, what's it now? Now, them being party supporters, right? Just coming on the pandemic, they suffering, right?
Yeah.
They suffering. They financially are suffering going through. Now watch this now. It was bold enough and have that vision enough to put the COI in this last election. You said this December we'll be getting 100 grand.
December, we had already gotten that.
So I hope everybody who listen now, you are suffering. Payments, you all are suffering. You understand? Some people have some health issues, some underlying issues, and you need monies to deal with those medical conditions. The markup ain't sufficing enough to have enough money to deal with that problem.
Yeah.
This administration is not going to help you. Why suffer? The man willing to give you 100 grand and you do the carbon credit stuff.
Yep.
All of that. That's all I would say. You want to think about it. Ain't less than 1% benefit from these contracts, and even them ain't even get in this contract.
Wow.
These people that listen to me, they think for themselves first.
Yeah.
That's what you do. They think for you already getting that. You all go around this circle again. You all get mortgage to pay. Kids them in high school. You understand? You get underlying sicknesses. All this stuff. Why you continue to vote for these people? Why?
Yeah.
Get your 100 grand and live.
Yeah.
Invest. I go again.
Yeah, man. You saw that big crane taking our natural resources. That crane, biggest villains, some of the biggest villains in this country. The crane. So this one about big you right here. We're having a cookout, a fundraising cookout. Yeah, we still got our beers. We're having a fundraising cookout for the COI. And so the COI Women's Alliance, yes, they're getting very active. The COI Women's Alliance presents Gather for the Feast. So Thanksgiving, they're going to have a Thanksgiving luncheon. It's going to be right there at our Pinewood headquarters. And so the tickets are only $15. Wow, you got to order. You know what he said? You know, that's all you're making? Wow. But you ain't getting no Thanksgiving dinner that cheap from here. So thank you to COI Women's Alliance. That's not a giveaway. So $15. Thank you all so much. I will be there. It's going to be peas and rice, glazed on, roasted turkey, all fish, stuffing, candied yams, baked macaroni. Oh my God. Love this. And there's going to be drinks and desserts, all right, on sale. So it's going to be at CIOI Pinewood headquarters, so you can come right here. And that's going to be, you can get your tickets from anyone you know in the COI or come to the headquarters during the week to get your tickets. It's going to be on November 14th, starting at 11 a.m. November 14th, starting at 11 a.m. Make sure you are there. The tickets is only $15, and that's the ticket. It's a fundraiser. Well, we got to raise money to get this done. The revolution is not cheap, so we got to get this done. So assist us as we assist you, all right? And so just want to remind you that the Men's Alliance, make sure you join up and be a part of the Men's Alliance. You can call the office number to see how you can become involved. That number is 804-4264. And see how you can become involved. There's also the Youth Alliance. You can call that same number and you can see how you can get involved or be a part of our Women's Alliance. They're already on the move and they are breaking off running. And so we're doing some things and we want you to be a part of this. We are structuring this and we are forming an army to go back and take this country over and give it to the Bahamian people. Everything belongs to us because for too long we've been raped and robbed. And we gotta take our country back. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, that's it for tonight. We got a long one tonight. You got to see what's going on. How everyone else has free reign to do whatever they want in this country, but the Bahamians are treated like dogs and treated like dirt. I guess Brave thought that, we're gonna give them some minimum wage, and we're gonna promise them some stuff. So now we can go forward with making them again. And maybe the people wouldn't mind. I think Bahamians have sense.
Bahamians can see when we are being treated like dirt. And there's only one reason we're being treated like dirt. And that's
Let me just say that I have always been a part of this community. And there's no accident I know how to do all the dancing. Because I always be and share with you. Because you are me and I am you. And I'll be here with you always. And those who knew me from the past and know me now, they always knew that I was there and always been there for you. I don't call you all, you all are not Haitians, Bahamians. You are Bahamian, and your origin is Haitian. Mine too, and many of us. We have to stay apart for now so we can be together later. You know now.
Change is going to come now, or it's going to come never. We got to stand up as a Bahamian people, and we got to make this happen. So, ladies and gentlemen, this Wednesday, as we said, we are going. We're going to start this movement in the right direction. We are going to fight for our country. We've drafted the bill. We're going to deliver it to each and every member of Parliament. I want you to come with me on Russell Square. I'm calling you. Come with me. Take the day off. Calling this, calling there, calling whatever. Let's go save our country. You see the mindset of these people who are come. You see how they have made a lot to whatever they want in this country while the government pretends like they don't see it, like they don't know about it. It's time to change the balance. It's time to change. Who's going to stand with me? Question. The Haitian woman said, everything enough for us, too small. This one is over. He said, we'll never forget this time. That's simple words. Haitian lady, you said you'll watch this. Tell you something. We will never let you go. We will never stand down. We will fight to the last breath.
You have made it 100 miles.
You will fight to the last man.
I'd like to pick a new name.
You
to mark your
and our politicians to get the hell out of here. Get out of our country. We have no problem with anyone who wants to come here the right way and do this the right way. We have a problem. Persons coming here legally trying to take over and mistreat our Bahamians in the meantime. I will fight to my last breath. We declare war on this day. We declare war. We're not going to sit back and let you have our country. You could forget. Ladies and gentlemen, make sure you are there with me. Let me stand alone.
Welcome to the Underground Railroad.
It's got two parts. Never thought I would have to fight for this. Time is to come.
Calling me to answer, gonna keep on
I never thought the day would come when the foreigners would be coming in our lands and telling us that they're taking this care of our land. When the government would be hiring them, paying them to advise them how to take over our land. And the Bahamians would just sit back. Never thought I would see this day. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to be there Wednesday. I'm going to be fighting for our children and our children's children. Hope to see you there. Wednesday, 9 a.m. Be on time. Ladies and gentlemen, as you know, change is not coming. Change is here. The time has come to stand up or die. What do you do? See you next time.
And the Bahamians aren't prepared to stand up and fight and defend their own Bahamas, then you don't deserve to have it.
Now let that sink in. Come on. Change ain't coming, change is here. You can hear it, you can feel it in the air. All politicians, put your hands in the air. Just a stick up, let me make myself clear. I'm a grown man talking, so you know what to do. No one's leaving till we figure out the truth. Why you laughing? This ain't nothing funny. So no one gets to go home till we figure out this money. Change ain't coming, change is here. They say change. Change ain't coming, nigga, change is here. Now if you ain't standing with us, then I know you against us. Bahamas, this ain't no time for us to be lukewarm. This is war, and we riding through the storm. Come on. Let's go. Shalom to all my Hebrew brothers, to all my Muslim and Rastas, we need you, brother. Selassie, I know I can't forget the Christians. Let's put our differences aside, cause it's a bigger mission. See, they've been doing this for years, trying to separate us, kinda trying to keep us down and never elevate us. Now it's time to praise the Lord, cause he's about to take us over to the promised land where we can celebrate us. I got to do it for my kids that ain't even born yet, so the minute that they born, they already gotta check that check. Gotta have that time to collect, so they won't know how it feels to have that yoke around their neck, yeah. See, y'all been robbing my grandmother, my great-great-grandmother and grandfather. It's like y'all can't get enough. Y'all just keep eating and giving us nothing but taxes. Y'all went even as far as to say that this country's in debt and we ain't got no money. When 9 times out of 10, everybody in this country's possibly a millionaire. It's time to wake up. Let's talk about natural resources, cause every time we bring it up, they say hold your horses. They say it ain't worth a thing, but it's worth a fortune. Meanwhile, they open up their businesses across the borders. Oh yes, we track their bank accounts across the waters. They say this country in debt, but they making millions. If we don't stop this now, they be up to billions. It's about to go down and I get the feeling we gotta cut a movie on these dirty villains. Sonus Lincoln Bain and his team came with information. It's like everything changed, everything went quiet. It's like so much facts and they can't deny it. They'd rather keep their mouths shut before they start a riot. Now look how they tryna just steal the oil. They don't wanna share with none of y'all. They been robbing us while we were sleeping. Send them to jail cause they failed, they committed treason. Change ain't coming. They say change ain't coming. The change is here. They say change ain't coming. The change is here. They say change ain't coming. Nigga, change is here. Listen, from Freeport to Nassau all the way to Nawa, there's no more time for us to sit back and be quiet. You understand? This is war. If they only knew who we were, if they only know who we are, they would know we are warriors. No retreat, no surrender. Just give us what you owe us. Bless the Lord, oh my soul. I feel this all the way to my ancestors. We are warriors. We only really want what's owed to us. You get it? Now free up.